And we are live. Merry Christmas, everyone. And I refuse to say anything else. I'm not going to say happy holidays. I'm not about that life. So, Merry Christmas and welcome to the stream. This is going to be our last stream before Christmas. I'm not going to be streaming on Christmas Eve or Christmas. Not about that life. So today we're going to be doing a little bit of a update, talking about what's going around in my life, what's going on with the company, and a little bit of other shenanigans. Are we actually cracking these?
I am now. Probably should have done it before the stream.
It is what it is. All right. Welcome to the stream, everyone. Everything has been very hectic around here. I'm assuming it's probably been hectic for you as well. If you guys are not tracking the political climate right now, it's also been fairly hectic. It seems like in every single realm, everything is extremely hectic right now, and maybe that's by design. Who knows? But as you guys might have seen the title thumbnail, I think a huge thing going into this is accepting that everything is going to be schwacked, accepting that, going into 2026 is going to more than likely going to be harsh. And you guys are not going to be, in the positions that you want to be, but we all need to accept it and, be about that life regardless. You know what? That is kind of festive. I'm digging it, Ian. I'm digging the festive chem lights. If you guys were not tracking, you can go on my website and get chem lights right meow. Because I sell chem lights and I sell this flag, and we even took the time to iron it. See, look at this. No creases or nothing. Unironed. Oh, look at that. That's festive. That's what a vibe, man. The Christmassy anti-racism club. I love it.
We need a spot, like a small.
That's such a vibe, man.
We need a very small spotlight for the flag.
It's bright enough. I'm here for it. I'm actually here for it. It does look good, doesn't it? Look at that. I was watching a couple of Christmas movies over the weekend, and something that I kind of realized. So we watched one of the newer Christmas movies, and then we watched an older Christmas movie from like the 80s. And it's fascinating, really, how much Christmas movies, and I guess movies in general, really seem to have lost the plot. I mean, you could say that about pretty much all cinema. You could discuss that with video games, with movies, TV shows. It just feels like everything's kind of lost the plot. Like there's nothing really authentic anymore. So one thing that I've found a lot more enjoyment in this year than I can really think of like in years prior is just Christmas lights. I don't know. It's like everything Christmas-y, everything Christmas-ish just seems to shine like that much more right now, especially with like, and if you guys aren't on social media at all, it's been on a lot on TikTok and a lot on Twitter as well. There's just so much like anti-Christmas propaganda right now. And there's so many people that are coming out of the woodwork to say like how much they hate Christmas and how, and I guess that's been a thing for a few years going now of people, saying like, oh, you need to say happy holidays. And I don't want to hear you saying Merry Christmas. I don't know why this year of all years, I'm starting to notice it significantly more than I ever did before. But, yeah, movies, like Christmas movies. And I from watching a couple Christmas movies, I went on to YouTube and looked up like because I'm white and I love my video essays. And I watched a video essay that was going over how modern Christmas movies just aren't the same anymore. And they're not like cheery and fun. Everything just feels like they're trying to be gimmicky. Like they're trying like too hard for like the awkward moments. It's like nothing like the National Lampoon. We'll never have those movies again. because you can't remake those movies anymore. A lot of my clients have been saying Merry Christmas. Dude, I love to hear it. I think that a lot of people that are starting to realize and notice how much of our culture and our history here in America and here in the West, how much it's kind of like going away, or maybe not even going away, but it's being threatened. So the people that do understand that are like diving into the Christmassy spirit even more and are trying to take it a lot more seriously because of, and I hate that like so many things always come back to this, but unfortunately it does. Holy cow, man, I love Christmas. Love to hear it. But so many things really does come back to, how the Western world has been flooded by the third world. And what I'm starting to notice, a lot of people that, were born in the Western world are starting to take a lot more culture seriously. A lot of our culture is starting to be taken a lot more seriously because people don't want to lose what we have and what we've grown up with. Is once you start like watching videos and like all like the edits and clips of, remember what they took from us and remember what we once had, and sitting down and watching those clips from the 90s and from the early 2000s. I mean, even from the 80s and the 70s. It's like nothing feels the same anymore. So wanting to hold on to that culture that we had, and wanting that to come back. I think that the people that understand that culture used to be so much stronger and you never had to fight for it. It was just there. It wasn't an issue. It was just there, and I remember there was a couple weeks ago some Jewish dude was saying on Twitter about how he doesn't understand how so many whites are so just unapologetically pro-white, and it never used to be like this in the 70s and the 80s. Why is it everyone now they're just so unbelievably pro-white? It never used to be like this. And it's like, yeah, no, it didn't have to be though. That was the point. Like I wasn't in my teens, like talking about whiteness, because when I was in my teens, that wasn't an issue. It wasn't a thing that I had to talk about. So blame Ye? No, I mean, if you want to, there's a lot of places that we could start, throwing blame. I don't think Ye is going to be, very high up on my list of people that I'm going to start blaming for the decline in culture in the Western world. Like that's, yeah, probably low on the totem pole of who I'm going to be blaming. I know you're kidding, but still pretty low on the totem pole of people that I want to blame for the lack of the Christmas spirit. Or I guess the decline of the Christmas spirit. And it was one of my sister-in-laws I was talking to about how, the Christmas spirit is nothing more than capitalism. And it's nothing more than just buying people cheap junk and, why do I have to get my family members, a bunch of cheap junk to tell them that I love them? And, why do I have to get my husband or boyfriend, a bunch of stuff to, prove to him that I love him? And I guess at a certain point, yeah, maybe that's true that a lot of capitalism has, taken over the Christmas spirit. I mean, but, the way I look at it and, trying to think more on the, like, what is the Christmas spirit, even if you're not taking that in a religious standpoint. I mean, because, like Santa's not religious. What is Christmas spirit? Why is it important? Why is so many things that were specifically European and specifically white culture and Western culture, why is that important? Is an interesting conversation starter without a shadow of a doubt. We need Blazing Saddles reboot to bring us all together. Yeah, Blazing Saddles, absolutely nothing to do with Christmas whatsoever. But I don't think that there is any way, shape, or form you are going to be able to remake Blazing Saddles. I mean, they're still trying to cancel Blazing Saddles to this day. I don't know, and not only that, but you have to look at how corrupt and how far gone Hollywood is. I mean, so if they tried to remake Blazing Saddles, I mean, it's probably going to be like a, B-list movie. Something only Mel Brooks can accomplish. Yeah, no, that's true. We're getting a Spaceballs too. Yeah, but that's the issue though when it comes to and we can go back into the conversation of Hollywood of for the most part, all actual creativity is just gone. It's just dead. I mean, of course they're making a Spaceballs 2. Why wouldn't they be? Because it's safe, it's recognizable, it's something, everything has to be a reboot these days. Everything has to be a sequel these days. I mean, when was the last time that we actually got, a cult classic that didn't have any predecessor? I mean, the only thing I can think of is probably Bullet Train, but like that's not like a cult classic necessarily. But the most recent movie that I can think of, last great comedy was Tropic Thunder. I'm going to agree with that. I'm going to absolutely agree with that, unless there was something. Well, like great comedy to go down in the ages. Like something. Fight Club definitely wasn't a comedy. I mean, depending on how you're watching it, I suppose. Fight Club, maybe. Yeah, I saw that they're making another Avengers movie, and it's like, of course they are, because they have to find some way to bring Robert Downey Jr. and Keith Evans or Chris Evans, Chris Evans back. Is Chris Evans the Captain America one? Yeah.
I think so.
They have some way they gotta bring it back. They gotta get appeal again, because Marvel's. Well, that's another thing. Does it even matter anymore? Does it even matter if they make good movies? I mean, the people that are in power have so much damn money that it's probably more gratification just to ruin the things that everyone loves rather than actually make anything that makes money. I mean, that's been proven I don't know how many times that the most important thing when it comes to making video games and movies is the message, and that they'll spend money to get the message out there, and it doesn't even matter if the movie makes money. They gotta, you gotta keep that propaganda a-rolling. Case in point, the Halo live action. Yep. No, there's just absolutely everything good has to have the message somewhere in it. I mean, name one thing that was created in the last decade that doesn't have some kind of bullshit messaging in it. How we got on that? Well, no, I guess we did start off this conversation with talking about the Christmas movies. So I guess keeping on with Christmas movies, or I just movies in general does make sense.
You seen Violent Night?
I've not seen Violent Night. Is that another?
It's actually a good Christmas movie. Came out.
Oh. Is Die Hard considered a Christmas movie? See, I'm gonna piss off everybody here because I don't think Die Hard's a Christmas movie. It's not. It's an action movie. I like movies that are taking place during Christmas. That doesn't just immediately make them a Christmas movie. And I know it's fun to say that Die Hard's a Christmas movie. There's.
Watch it during Christmas or season Christmas.
I mean, yeah, sure. I do know people that on Christmas, they have to watch Die Hard. I'm not saying Die Hard's even a bad movie. But it's not a Christmas movie. Okay, that's the same thing with Gremlins being a Christmas movie. I also do not believe Gremlins is a Christmas movie. Not saying that it's a bad movie or that you shouldn't watch it or you shouldn't enjoy it, but it's just not a Christmas movie. Sure it is. McClane does it for his family, even though he doesn't want to. No, we're not saying Xmas. It's Christmas. I'm not saying Xmas. No, I hear Xmas and all I think about is Futurama. Die Hard is not a Christmas movie. I'm sorry. It's just not. It's a good movie. Lethal Weapon also is not a Christmas movie. No. Oof, he flies to see his wife and kids for Christmas and has to fight his way through a building of terrorists to save his wife. Yeah, no, absolutely. But it's also not a Christmas movie. Takes place during the hours of Christmas. Yes, I acknowledge that.
Home Alone, a Christmas movie.
Home Alone is not a Christmas movie.
No.
Home Alone is not a Christmas movie.
Agree with that.
Home Alone is not a Christmas
Home
movie.
Alone is a Christmas movie.
Home Alone is about a psychotic child that desperately wants to kill two immortal men.
Look.
Because the two men that were trying to get into that house to kill that kid or whatever their actual goal was by the end of the movie, because at that point I don't even know. But like, dude, Home Alone, if you go into Home Alone, like, you know, like outside looking in, you're like, dude, this is like really fucked up, man. Like that kid wants those men to die.
How about Home Alone 2?
No, it's just they're not Christmas movies. It's not.
I'll hear the argument in Die Hard not being a Christmas movie. Home Alone's a Christmas
I don't think Home Alone's a Christmas movie. I think it's a movie about a psychotic child that definitely could have contacted his parents, but decided to really, really desperately try to kill these two mortal men. And if you go back and you watch that movie, they are immortal. Those men are gods. There's so many instances where they should have died. There's so many instances in Home Alone where those two men, the robbers, that they should have died, and they didn't.
What constitutes a Christmas movie?
What constitutes a Christmas movie?
Santa Claus? Is that what it is?
It has to have Santa Claus.
Okay.
If it doesn't have Santa Claus, get it out of here.
Fair enough. By that
I'm not. No,
definition,
I'm kidding. That's not. Has anyone seen Adult Swim skit where Michael Myers switches places with Marv? I have not.
What? Oh, yeah, I get what you're getting at.
Home Alone is a Viet Cong propaganda. Yeah, Polar Express is a Christmas movie. Absolutely. How would Polar Express not be a Christmas movie? I mean, that one little kid is like the most annoying thing in the history of forever. And you can hear his voice. Like, as soon as I say that one kid from Polar Express, you know, like, you know who I'm talking about.
They used to be my go-to roast with people.
It's like, good dude, I can't. Ha ha ha, do you get it? Ha ha ha. It's like, how did they make him so insufferable? They made him so insufferable. Nightmare Before Christmas. I'm gonna say Halloween movie. I'd say I'd watch Nightmare Before Christmas on Halloween before I would watch Nightmare Before Christmas on Christmas. Yeah?
Yeah, Halloween movie.
Okay. I don't know why somehow this is just like rating. P&W Grill rates movies. Bad Santa, I'll say it's a Christmas movie, but it's not a kid's movie. A Christmas movie, not a kid's movie. Which I guess we need to start getting into distinctions then. We need brackets. The blonde-haired train kid that was probably very interested in World War II during middle school.
You know what he grew up to be, right? He's just this buff fucking dude now.
Dude, that's like the most autistic train like kids that are like in like middle school and high school wind up being the most absolutely anti-Semitic men ever. Because you know that like if they're that into trains, they're going to be diving into everything with German engineering and trains. And if they start diving into German engineering and trains, that means that they're diving into World War II. And if they start diving into World War II, then they start asking questions about, well, so you're telling me that the men that built these trains, they couldn't figure out wooden doors? So any kid that's really into trains, all right, he's going to be anti-Semitic.
You can build a Carl Gustav rail cannon.
Dirty Civilian rated movies recently. They did. And you know what? Dirty Civilian should just, you know, give up on the whole YouTube thing. And they should just start making movies already. Because they're really good at it. They're really good at making short movies. And they should just start making short movies. And it can have all the information that they put in their YouTube videos in a short movie. And they should just start making movies already. Because, like, Dirty Civilians, their production level is just unreal. Like, good for them, man. I think it's awesome. I'm like, no hate at all. But, like, just, you know, Sure. Is the is the last Battle of Europa a Christmas movie?
Yes, not for the reason you said.
All right, guys. Is the last Battle of Europa a Christmas movie? Now we're asking the real questions. I don't know, man. I have yet to watch that 14-hour movie, so sorry. I know everything that's going to be in it. I don't have to watch it. Like there's no way that you can radicalize me more than I already am. There's nothing in the last Battle of Europa that you could possibly teach me that I don't already know. Like there's nothing. There really isn't. The Last Battle of the Bulge, a Christmas movie. I don't know. I have no idea on that one. So I'll go really slow for you on this one. Die Hard's main premise is him traveling across the country to see his wife and kids for Christmas. That's literally a Christmas movie, an action Christmas movie. No. I mean, it's an action movie that took place on Christmas, but I'm not going to designate you with the status of Christmas movie. I'm just not going to do it. I'm sorry.
Video games are healing.
Merry Christmas, y'all. I don't know if everyone else is in the same boat. My whole family isn't doing any gift giving this year. Really? Just none? I mean, I do know that like there are. I personally know a couple of couples. I do know a couple of people that aren't doing gifts this year because they're just like, why? What's the point? So I mean, I do personally know people that aren't doing Christmas. You should bring back the Gorilla Zone stickers. I mean, I could, but like, there's quite a few stickers that like just barely sold at all, and they just sat. So I just kind of didn't renew them. But yeah, I don't know what Knights candy can. I don't know what that is. West Coast Lurkers. I don't know what that is. Sorry. Maybe I'm uncultured. But yeah, no, there are quite a few people that just aren't really doing. I mean, you know, I would say that if you don't have the money to give a gift, like I'm not exaggerating here, man. It doesn't cost a whole lot to make something. Like I've been very poor before. I know that life. You can just make things, you know. Like it's not really that hard to do. I mean, there was once where I took a free pallet, and then I took a couple of like torches, and I started like, I don't remember what I did. I think it was for my mom, but I did like a firewood burning and like burned / carved this whole like placard that I made out of a pallet for my mom. Like you can just do things, you know. You can just make things. Like, dude, get a knife, carve something. Like, go get a couple of pallets and a hammer and start just like making things. Like it's, I don't know. I definitely think there's ways to get around the whole like capitalistic, you know, like buying things for someone. Like you can also make things for people. I mean, hell, you could paint something. You could buy 550 cord and like start making bracelets for your friends and families or keychains or something. Like you can, that's still capitalism. You're still buying things, but still, I mean, like you could make things instead. I'm just giving you guys options here. We made ornaments from the kids' feet and handprints for people. Depends on who that's going to, but you know, arguably adorable. Depends on who's that's like that's like a family only kind of a thing. But yeah, I get what you're getting at. You know, anyway, you guys don't have to keep like giving me the premise of Die Hard. I know the premise of I've watched Die Hard. I know. I don't think it's a Christmas movie. It's a Wonderful Life was considered a Christmas movie, but being out of copyright on a late night TV, it slid into one. Huh. Interesting. Okay. If you make an ornament from my footprint, it would break the branch. That's so random. Yeah, no, like some people really do. I don't. There's some movies and there's like some like memes that people hold on to so hard, and for the life of me, I just don't understand it. I don't get it. I do not understand why people hold on to like Die Hard needing to be a Christmas movie. Like it's so important to them for some reason. Everyone gets Ranger beads and a box of 22 next year. See? That's absolutely something you could do. It would not be very expensive to buy like 1,000 beads and, you know, like 500 feet of paracord, and you could just spend the evening making everyone sets of Ranger beads. That would not be a very hard thing to do. Hell, you on Christmas, you could like take everyone out back and, all right, guys, I'm going to teach you how to use Ranger beads, and then you get everyone gets a gift and a little class on how to use it. I do cheetah flips for that as a gift. I don't know what that means. Yeah, no, I mean, like if you have money to give out wool blankets, that is probably, especially German wool blankets, of which will be available on the website in the very near future. A gift card of 25. I'm not saying that at any given time. Dude, that would be such a funny sticker of like, if you're reading this, you have to do 25. That would be such a great sticker.
Got a super shadow if you want it.
I'm just saying, like, that would be an amazing sticker, though. Like, if you're reading this, you owe me 25. You're like, son of a bitch.
Have you seen those, like, people, like, will machine, like, cages for, like, the gift, right? And it's, like, the most impossible thing to take apart.
Yeah.
It's 100,000 bolts and shit.
Yep.
What if you had one key to unlock it? But to get the key, you gotta do 100 burpees.
Oh, my
Which
God.
one do you want to fuck with it, or do you want
I got a weak ban on Twitter for telling Bob Ferguson to height test the Tacoma Narrows Bridge. Oh, I get it. that took me a second.
You're like, with like a ruler?
I was like, what did he mean? Oh, got it.
Like with a tape measure, right?
Dude, that's brutal. You know, coming from the never KYS guy, it's pretty funny. The German wool blankets do not smell like almonds, and I don't even know what that would mean.
Almonds is the smell of cyanide.
Oh. Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Or like chemical warfare agents.
No, the German wool blankets are not laced with anything. They are good German wool blankets. Highly recommend it. It's the only product that I have ever sold that has a 100% money back guarantee, and I also guarantee that you will not return it to me, because in the 4 years of this company, I guess I've only been selling them for like 2 years, but whatever. I've never had anyone return a German wool blanket, and I doubt I will ever have anyone return a German wool blanket. It is, without a doubt, hands down, the best product that I own, and I'm actually talking about going out in the mountains with nothing else but a German wool blanket while it's snowing, and just seeing if I can. Well, I know I can survive, but like, I was thinking about doing kind of like a Outdoor Boys style challenge video. It's just like, I'm going out in the mountains, and all I have is this. I think I could do it. Like a German wool blanket, a backpack, and like one. Man.
No bivvy?
Like if I I'm gonna go out in the mountains with like 5 items, right? Like you get to pick 5 items, and that's it.
Dude, you're gonna be so lightweight.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I was like, oh, dude, that sounds delightful. Like, tell me I don't have to pack anything. That sounds amazing.
It's gonna be really shitty because your clothes are gonna be wet.
Well, so what I was thinking. Okay, so not counting the clothes on your back, right? So German wool blanket, backpack. I'd probably do a tarp, water bottle with filter, and I don't know if I'd go saw or no. Well, I'm probably gonna go saw. I don't know. Is the German wool blanket count as 5 items though? Because the last Outdoor Boys challenge, like, he just didn't bring a sleeping system with him, and like that was the big hoorah. I think I could probably get away without a tarp. If it's snowing, that is. If it's raining, I don't know. No, thank you.
How much bushcraft do you want to do?
I don't know. But German wool blanket out in the mountains would be the vibe.
Are you doing this while we're snowshoeing, or are you going?
Oh, God, no. I'm not doing that for our snowshoe thing.
Okay.
No. No. This would be like a solo overnight kind of a thing. I would not no, dude. The snowshoe is going to be brutal. Not pass.
Yeah, I'm bringing tent and wool blanket with that. Nothing heavy.
Saws are the way to go. Yeah, but like trying to make kindling out of with a saw is like that's a pain. That is a huge pain. Thoughts on a German wool blanket and a cloak pin? German wool blankets are too big. You're not going to be able to cloak it. Like you cannot. I don't think you can cloak a German wool blanket. I mean, it's a queen size blanket, man, and they're big and they're heavy. Like German wool blankets are mostly for being stationary and sleeping. Like that's so that's something that's like one of my biggest things with all of the camping, hiking, rucking, all of the mountaineering stuff that I do. One of the most important things that I preach on, and maybe I need to start harping on it more, but honestly, it's sleep. Like people do not talk. Not nearly enough do people talk about how important it is to get a good warm night's rest. I'm like, dude, being able to have energy the next day, going into the next day, and you actually hit REM cycle. Like you actually got legitimate rest. You feel rejuvenated, especially if you're going to be out in the mountains for multiple days, hell, weeks. And you are exerting, a lot of calories every single day. Yes, absolutely. You need to be replenishing those calories. You need to be drinking a lot of water, but you need good sleep. And if you are not warm at night, if you are not dry at night, like, dude, you're going to start degrading very, very quickly and rapidly at that. You are going to see your own performance start to decline so damn quick out in the hills if you're not getting good sleep. So yeah, I harp on German wool blankets heavily. Not only that, but if you're just trying to survive, if you are just trying to bite your time in wherever you are, sleep is a great way to pass the time, honestly. People don't really talk about that. I mean, hibernation, right? In the winter months. Most people throughout all of human history slept a lot in the winter months. Like hibernating is a thing also with humans. The M249 might be cumbersome. I wish I had a 249. I don't have a 249, and I think it's bullshit. Some government entity should drop a pallet at my house with 249s and ammo and be like, we got you, Hoss. That'd be nice. Just wait. One of these days.
So you're telling me that you would actually be a mercenary for some government entity? Like, yeah, probably.
Depends on what they want me to do, but yeah, probably. If it's based. Like if the government right now dropped a fucking pallet off at my house and was like, "Hey boss, we need you to spin up a team. You're ICE now, and we're not gloves are off. We need them out of here. Go and get okay, huh? I didn't say anything about deporting. I didn't say a damn thing about deporting. It's like, hey boss, we're calling you up. Okay. Where you need me? Capitalize the G next time. In gorilla or in God? Did somebody say God? Okay. I don't. That's sacrilegious of me. I'm sorry, but letters of marquee. He gets it. Yeah, if some government entity hit me up with letters of marquee and they're like, hey, look, so we got the situation down at the border we need you to handle. I'm like, put me in, coach. Put me in. If anyone could pray for me, I quit THC and I'm suffering nightmares and withdrawals. A prayer or two would be awesome. I mean, I'm gonna be real. How are you? are you and I'm not trying to be mean here, but like how are you sucking down so much THC that you're having withdrawals and nightmares? I didn't even know that was a thing. I mean, best of prayers and luck and everything to you, my guy, but I didn't even know that was possible. Just OD on nicotine. I got an email from the Miles people about invading Haiti, and it was the most fetty thing I've ever read in a minute. It doesn't take much THC to have withdrawals. No, that's not. I do not believe that that's a thing. In no way am I going to believe that that's a thing. Like, no. That's... Unless you're, like, also, like, drinking, like, a copious amount of alcohol. Which, I mean, like... I think a lot of people... And you know what? I made a post about this recently as well. And you know what? This is perfect timing with all the Christmas settings and everything. Going into the discussion of... You guys need to get better about how you are handling your alcohol, your substances, your marijuana, everything at social gatherings. Not only in your own home by yourself, but when you are around women and children, you guys need to be significantly more mature about how you are handling substances. The number one thing that I can give as a recommendation, and I'm not, by no means, by no stretch of the imagination, am I trying to pretend to you, the audience, that I have never indulged in substances before, because I absolutely fucking have. If you're going to be around other people, catch a buzz and ride it. Catch a buzz and drink a bottle of water every hour. And just ride a buzz. You can have like a bottle of water and a beer an hour, or a bottle of water and a shot an hour, or maybe even less than that. But I think a lot of men, I mean, like women too, absolutely, but a lot of men really, really need to get better at handling their substances. And if you guys, and this is something that I was talking to a family member about recently. And well, no, there's a family member there and there's a friend there. But if you guys are, let's say you've been drinking for a while and it's been like a really rough couple of months, and you notice that how much you were drinking doesn't hit the same, and that you have to drink more now. Okay, what that should tell you is that you need to dial it back. And I think that a lot of men right now really are struggling. Once again, women too, absolutely, but specifically men, and I'm talking to all my boys out there. A lot of men really do not know how to handle their alcohol, especially younger men in, their early 20s. I was the exact same way, so I can't try to preach that, I'm some like bastion of like greatness or anything like that. I have absolutely made a fucking fool of myself while drinking. I have. And usually it's around just the boys. And when you make a fool of yourself around the boys, it's whatever. It's kind of like one of those things. Just like, it happens. Oh, drank a little bit too much, got a little silly, and then, things were said, yada, yada, yada. If you're around women and children, you really need to be handling your guys' alcohol better. If you guys are even out at a bar, if you guys are in a public setting, you should not be getting drunk in public settings. Not only that, but I think a lot more people need to have a better out, right? Like your own car keys are not an out. If you plan on drinking that night, you should have a designated driver of how to get you home. And it sucks too, because I know a lot of men don't take that seriously, but at the same rate, like looking back on it, at least for myself, I never really had anybody that I respected, like giving me that advice. And yeah, and you know what? That's an option too, of just quitting drinking altogether. And I'm not saying that that's a bad route. By no means am I saying that, just quitting substances altogether isn't a bad route. I'd say the most important thing, though, if you're not going to drink, that's awesome. If you're not going to smoke, that's awesome. If you're not going to do any substances, good for you. That's amazing. If you are, though, just learn how to control it a little bit better. Learn how to read yourself a little bit better. And if it feels like you're going a little bit too hard lately, dial it back, man. If it feels like if whatever substance you're on is not hitting like it used to, maybe dial it back a little bit, man. And I'd say another thing when it comes to substances, don't let peer pressure, get at you. It's okay to say no. It's okay to be that one guy that is like, you know what? No, I'm good. There's nothing wrong with saying no. There's nothing wrong with saying not tonight. There's nothing wrong with being that one guy like, oh, hey, I got a lot of stuff I got to do tomorrow. I can't be drinking too much. There's a time and a place. Absolutely. There's a time and a place to be getting drunk and to getting, all kinds of silly and whatnot. And in public settings, more or less is not one of them. You guys should be doing everything you can in life to not be that one guy that's blackout drunk. You never want to be that guy, and I've watched that guy many a time. I've been that guy. You don't. There was once upon a time I was at an after wedding party. I think I was like 22 at the time. I want to say I was like 22. And there was a open bar, and somebody was telling me, they're like, oh, you're Army. I hear those Army guys can drink. And I was like, yeah, I can drink a little bit. And he handed me a fifth of Fireball, and he said, no balls, you won't chug this whole fifth. And I was like, well, I'm an Army guy. I can drink. And my plan at that time. And once again, mind you, I was the only drunk person at this party, and I made a fuck fool of myself. And this was like 13 years ago. Anyway, doesn't matter. I grabbed that bottle of Fireball from him, and I looked at it, and I was like, okay, so what I'm gonna do, at least in my head, I was like, I'm gonna start throwing this back, and once it burns a little bit too much, then I'm gonna stop. I'll chug a little bit of it, and then I'm gonna stop. And I had already had a couple of drinks before that, and then if anybody that's drank a little bit, that if you've already had a little bit in you, that burn isn't really as much of a thing. So I started chugging, and then I looked down at the bottle, and it was empty, and I went, ah, shit. And I went to my wife at the time. And I just started unloading my pockets. I'm taking everything out of my pockets and handing it to her. And I looked at her and I was like, I'm so sorry for whatever I'm about to do. And oh man, was that stupid. I was, mind you, it was in the middle of summer, and I was on some person's deck. I have no idea whose, just making snow angels. And I thought it was the funniest thing ever, of just making snow angels in the middle of summer. I ate like a full loaf of whoever's house that was. I ate a whole loaf of their bread, and it was kind of like a chill-ish evening, and I was just loud. Now, mind you, not the funniest story ever, but it's a good lesson in the way of don't let somebody like, oh man, but I bet you could drink more. I bet I could drink more than you. I bet you couldn't do this. I bet you couldn't do that. And those are like the worst people to be around as well. Summer of Bummer mentioned. I don't know what that means. But yeah, I didn't drink Fireball for like a decade after that. I just looked at it. I was like, throwing up Fireball ain't a good time either. Don't be the guy that gets blackout drunk and wakes up with your pants unbuttoned and your ass hurting. Also, don't be the guy that blacks out and then like wakes up in a field and you have no idea how you got there. You're like, where am I? Merry Christmas, Merry Christmas. Welcome to the live stream. Yeah, there was another talk on substances. There was a guy I went to high school with, and we hadn't heard of this. We hadn't heard from him at all. He just wasn't at school for like a couple of days, and one of us got a phone call from him over the weekend, and he had done peyote. And he just essentially blacked out for like 3 days. And he had no idea what happened. He didn't know how he got there. But he woke up 3 states away, 4 days later, naked in a tree. And I'm like, this is like the beginning of a movie, man. Like, that's like, what? And one of us had to go get him. And he was in like Nevada or some shit. And we're in Washington. And he's like, I don't know how I got here. I was like, one moment I was with my girlfriend doing peyote, and the next I was in Nevada naked in a tree. And I'm just like, but like, it wasn't even a spirit journey though, because he didn't remember any of it. It just happened. And he walked into town, bummed some clothes off of somebody, and then called one of us to come pick him up. I also would like to know the story in between of like how you got there. But like that was like one of the big starting points for me of, okay, I'm never doing hard drugs. Like that was one of like my first intros to like anyone ever doing hard drugs. And I was just like, all right, not doing that. Peyote, hard pass. No, thank you. It's only cool if it's a funny story. I'd say like, yes and no. I mean, like funny stories like that, were funny stories in the early 2000s though. You have to think about like, if there's a lot of things right now that you cannot do that you used to be able to do in the early 2000s and the 90s and, so on and so forth. Merry Christmas from Big Sky Active Club. Well, I appreciate your super chat, good sir. You are too kind. Let me like the thing. No, I don't want to. What? Buy your own super chat? Why is my phone asking me if I want to buy a super chat my own my own live stream? Yes, thank you, Raven. So the internet and cell phones really ruined a lot of experiences like that. There's so many things that it's gonna be all over social media. It's gonna become this huge ordeal. I mean, like once upon a time, like you could just do dumb things and get away with it, and no one would fucking know. You could make these stupid, comical, idiotic mistakes, and there was no photos of it. There was no evidence of it. There was, it wasn't like all over social media. Are you going to build AKs? What? That was so random, my guy. That was so wildly random. I have a good friend who served in the army with you, said he drank with you a few times. Uh-oh. See? Right there. That wouldn't be something that you'd have to hear about, 20, 30 years ago. Well, hopefully he doesn't have photos. Hey, man, I got a buddy that was at a party with you, and he said that you did this. I'm like, no. Is there photos? If there's photos, it didn't happen then. Snitches get stitches. No, but somebody just said it. Of everyone's a reporter these days. Everyone's a reporter, and everyone wants their 5 seconds of fame on social media. So I mean, and that's another great incentive of, you guys shouldn't be drinking and doing all sorts of crazy substances outside of the protection of your own home or your friend's home, because I mean, you slip up and make one stupid mistake. You drink a little bit too much and you find somewhere to pee in town, and now you're a sexual predator. And that wasn't really a thing 30 years ago, at least to my knowledge. Then again, I wasn't drinking 30 years ago. I was 4 years old 30 years ago, but, still you get my point. Merry Christmas. I don't know why I said all retarded like that, but it felt right. Hey, one of the Xbox controllers that I meant to... I'm going to put this in the camera bag so I don't forget about it. We were trying to play Halo last night before Jake left, and we only had 3 controllers at the house. We brought them all here for that Halo party.
Oh shit.
Yeah, and it was like, we're just like rummaging the house. And somehow the Xbox One is here at the warehouse, and I have all the Xbox One controllers in my house. And I'm just like, why have I done this? Merry Christmas, Merry Christmas. As of now, we're probably going to be doing some kind of a Christmas sale. I don't know exactly what we're going to be doing yet. If you're carrying a gun, don't drink. I'd say if you're carrying a gun, don't, because it definitely depends on where you are in the country. Because, I mean, there are quite a few states that you can be drinking and carrying. But once again, you really, and man, I can't say this enough. Men in their early 20s really need to accept that you don't know everything. And even now with me, I understand and I accept that there's I don't even know what I don't know. There's so much that I don't know. And if someone's coming to me with genuine concern, genuine knowledge and trying to teach me something, I'm going to listen so much more now than I did in my early 20s. And I wish that there would have been someone standing over me to fucking bat me across the fucking back of the head and like, hey, don't do that, dumbass. That would have been nice. But man, I think that a lot of men as well, just good Lord, dude, so many men need better role models or a role model at all. When you use your firearm, they take your firearm. Always ask questions. I mean, that depends if you have to use your firearm and you stick around to, see what the crime scene looks like. But Ian got it.
Leave no trace.
Leave no trace. And that's why so many men decide to, carry a revolver. Ian, why do you have paint open?
Epstein file.
Epstein file?
So some of the files, the DOJ just put black PDF files over them, and you can delete some of them,
No.
not all of them. I'm testing it.
How are they so dumb?
Well, it gets better. There's some of them where if you type in Trump into the search, just Trump's name, nothing shows up. But if you type Trump space,
Dude, I can't believe how hard they're fumbling these Epstein files, man. It's fascinating. I mean, I guess I can believe it, but it's just fascinating how hard they're fumbling this.
see if it works first. Okay.
I drove from Washington to MI, Missouri, or you would think somebody that ships would know these things. MI. No, that's not Mississippi. Minnesota? I don't know which MI. Which one's MI? Jax, which one's MI?
Minnesota.
Michigan. So there's too many that could be MI. I hate that.
Mississippi, MO is Missouri.
I still just hate how
MA is Maine. Or
That-
Massachusetts.
okay, whatever.
ME is Maine.
Kicking Kwanzaa to you coons. What? What did you just call me? I don't even know what that means. Cops took my gun once, got it back 2 years later. Surprised you got it back at all. I'm 32 and I still don't know shit. I wish I learned more. Wish I listened more to my dad. At least you had a dad. 25 frontal lobe is totally a real thing. Hey, I know what you meant by that. Ruger GP 100 357 mag. Ooh, hot. Hot. Dude, 357 mag, such an off caliber, but it's what a vibe. Yeah, speaking of the Lethally Poor Fund, or being lethally poor, we're actually going a little bit more into the direction of trying to be disaster relief and taking more from people or allowing people to donate more to us to help with the Lethally Poor Fund. And we're going to be diving way more into that in 2026, trying to do more disaster relief / emergency relief. So keep your eyes on that. We've got some pretty interesting and cool plans in the works for the Lethally Poor Fund, and also we've been discussing new ways of making content and trying to collab with the guys that I'm currently training with that aren't anonymous, and trying to essentially start up a new YouTube channel of just like collaborating and doing mutual things with the guys around me on a new YouTube channel. So this YouTube channel is going to continue being like mostly just rants, lives, and shorts. And then my plan right now is to start up 2 new YouTube channels. One's going to be like strictly bushcraft based and like nature content. And then the other one is going to be like mostly just like collaborating content. Backlash needs to have you on. My mom watches them now. I mean, if they want me back on, I'll absolutely come back out. I would not be against that at all. Yeah, so I think that's actually something in my my own prepping that I have realized that I haven't been prepping enough for either. Like I've focused my prepping so much on the tactical side. And I think a lot of us honestly have just hyper focused our prepping in the tactical realm. And there's so many other things that we have not prepped. There's like the power going out multiple times in the last couple of months has really made me realize that like, wow, this new ACOG that I just bought doesn't help me right now at fucking all. Or wow, all of that ammo that I just bought doesn't help me at all. And, you know, there was so many things where it's like, I wish that I would have had more of this, and I wish I would have had more of this, and I wish I had more of this. And I've been switching up my prepping a lot. I've also been rotating a lot of my old food preps and realizing that there's some food that I have prepped that just is not good for long-term storage. And a lot of my my food preps have been going to my chickens as of late. You were great on the Backlash. Thank you. I've actually heard that from quite a few people now, and I really enjoy hearing that. And I wish that there was some way that I could get on more podcasts. I actually feel like, you know, not to suck my own cock here, but I do feel like I podcast fairly well. And that's something that I would like to do more of. I just genuinely don't know how to get on people's podcasts. I've reached out to a couple of podcasts that I wanted to be on, and I don't know if that's like just not how you do podcasts. I don't know how to get on podcast or live streams with other people. I think unfortunately, you know, maybe I just don't pull enough numbers on YouTube or what. Oh, is that for just this stream? Oh. So Backlash 25 get you guys free shipping on our website. That's pretty cool. When did we kick that up?
When they started doing ad reads.
Hell yeah.
We're sponsored from them.
Man, I still think that's so cool that we're sponsoring a podcast.
Yeah.
That's just like, yup, me and my company.
Base Talent supporters.
Base Talos supporters. Guys should buy a fucking generator before nods. Yeah. You're probably going to use your generator before you use night vision. I have asked to be on the Unsubscribe podcast multiple times. I don't think it's happening, guys, but I appreciate you saying that you would like to see me on there. Don't see it happening. I don't see me getting on, like, you know, like, not to be like a doomer, but like, you know, if I get on any podcast, I'll be happy, but I'm not holding my breath for nothing. But like, you know, we'll see. Please tell me you talked about the horse charge and drone. I don't know what that means. I think the whole noticer thing is a bit off-putting for non-noticers. Yeah, but I think the vast majority of people are in that kind of realm of like we've gone so far that like dude, people like so many people are noticing, man. So many people are noticing. Like the normies are noticing that people are waking up. And you can't stop it. You can't stop the signal as you know, some may say. Have you been on Focus Trip? Nope. The only podcasts that I have ever been on were the Backlash podcast, and technically, if you want to count Native Patriots Lives as a podcast, than his. But like, I really have not been invited to podcasts like at all, and I don't know how to get on them. I think you have to be like at a certain threshold of popularity, maybe. I don't know. Then again, I understand very, very much how polarizing I am. So I get it, you know.
They just got no balls.
Niggas ain't got balls. She. No, speaking of niggas, I reached out to the Twins podcast because they follow me.
Hodge Twins?
Yeah. No, the Hodge Twins follow me, so I hit them up and you know I was like, hey. How does a nigga get on the show? Ooh woo. I did not say ooh woo, just so we're yeah, so and then also Jake Shields, his podcast channel followed me as well. And I hit them up and I was like, "Hey, I see you followed me. How do we do something?" No, I've reached out to quite a few people, but you know, unfortunately, I think that you just I don't know if I'm like if you come across as needy if asking or what. Aside from natural disaster stuff, I'm reading a lot more next year. Based, as you should. Dig in the background drop. Thank you. I also think that Ian did a good job. I like it. I vibe with it. You got 185K on YouTube. What the hell? I do, and I barely get any views. I actually talked to one of the Leviathan guys. I mean, we talk every now and then, but I unfortunately just do not get enough views for like at least like sponsorships on YouTube. And I had somebody reach out to me over the weekend that they were trying to look up my last Red Dot video, and even with typing out the entire video, it wouldn't pull up for them. And he's like, dude, your channel is so unbelievably shadow banned. And he's like, I know the video that I'm looking for, and I still can't pull it up. And I'm like,
SOC might be something we should look into.
even SEO?
Whatever it is.
Yeah. Search engine optimization. What podcast would you want first? Let us apes just mass comment on them for you. I don't even know, man. I would just, you know, I would unironically like to, you know, get out and start talking to people more about, you know, bushcrafting and training and community and all that. And, you know, unfortunately, just not able to get in that realm. I have taken screenshots of YouTube removing views. Went from 2.7 thousand to 1,000. Yeah, I'm not really surprised. Surprised I had no idea your channel existed till I happened on your shorts. You're not even an easy channel to find. Imagine that. Yeah, I'm not really surprised. That's another reason that I was talking about wanting to create a couple more channels and just, you know, more opportunities for people to see my content across other YouTube channels. And we're probably going to start trying to put more effort into like dual posting to Rumble, Odyssey, and then where else were we talking about?
As far as uploading,
Yeah.
Rumble, Odyssey.
Speaking of, did you look into that at all of like what we'd need to do to like download the YouTube videos and then like re-upload them like Odyssey and because I know that there's like plugins where you can just like upload to all in one go. That'd be so much easier. That's fair. Wanting to make videos, should I make a second channel and keep my personal? Yeah, I'd keep your personal and make another channel. Yeah, I'm not in the club. That's probably what it is. Oh well. What's going on, Gorilla? It's easy to get stuck on prepping the cool guy shit. Keep stacking resources to the rafters. I went to Sam's and packing some more rice, pasta, and dehydrated hash browns. Yeah, no, it's man, it's so much more sexy to prep the good stuff. It's so much more sexy and fun to, you know, prep like the gun stuff and the night vision and the helmets and the plate carriers and then this new piece of kit and this new piece of kit and this new piece of kit. And then the power goes out and you're like, well, fuck, now what do I do? Yeah, there's a lot of things that I have lacked on prepping, and that I definitely needed to get a lot better at and a lot better on. Yeah, I'm going to SHOT Show this year.
Part of prepping is creating your own supply chain.
That too. I'm going to SHOT Show this year. I don't want to. I'm already tired. I'm already pre-exhausted for SHOT Show. Should we like stream our way there? Are we flying or are we driving? Did we come to a conclusion on that?
Flying.
We're flying? Ian, you're gonna have to bring a skateboard.
I'm gonna have to bring a skateboard.
Yeah.
Have to bring one of your skateboards.
No. So I'm gonna bring my electric longboard and I can just pull you around with me. You know how awesome that would look? Us just scooting up the strip together.
On camera.
Yeah, I'm just dragging you along with me.
Taking my Ian for walkies today.
Going to SHOT Show on horseback. I mean, you know, that's an option.
I feel like we'd get kicked out.
Rather than live stream, we want a rant.
It's Christmas. Fuck off. Don't make them sad during Christmas.
I just don't want to go to SHOT Show, man. I'm trying to make the best out of it. But I don't want to go. This is my third year going, and you know what? The appeal just gets less and less each year. The first year was a lot of fun. It was so much alcohol, copious amounts of alcohol. Oh my goodness, it was awful coming back.
It's called Las Vegas. Yeah.
Well, because I drank pretty much the entire time, barely slept at all, and then I got back and went right into a 20-mile ruck. Because I got back at like 1 a.m. I slept for like 2 hours, and then I got into Crispy's truck. We drove down to Washougal, and then we went right in. Like that morning, we had a 20-mile ruck. And on the ruck, I passed out like while rucking. It was like 8 times or some shit like that. Like there was one point where like I could barely, like I was going delirious, dude. That was hands down the worst ruck ever. It took me like, oh man, what was it? It was like 16 hours to finish a 20-mile ruck.
Worse than 35?
Oh yeah, definitely. No, I would rather do that 35-mile ruck again than do a 20-mile ruck right after drinking for a week. That was awful.
Where should SHOT Show be hosted other than Vegas?
Where should SHOT Show be hosted other than Vegas? How about not at all? I just don't like SHOT Show, dude. Everyone's so fake and everything feels so fake and it's just disgusting and Vegas is disgusting and like it's just I hate it. I hate it so much. Learned a lot about how much water you need during Helen shit just to flush the toilets. Yeah, a lot of people do not prep enough water on their property like at all. I mean, like I've upped my my water preps so much, even living in Washington State, and I still do not feel like I remotely have enough water. I mean, like I probably won't feel like I have enough water until, you know, I have like a river or a lake or something on my property. Yeah. Already has the pre-release of SHOT Show Koof. Yep. If you want to stream to multiple services without paying for Streamlabs, you might look into Orange Pi. No, it's not necessarily streaming to multiple platforms. I mean, we're already doing that. No, it's trying to upload content into multiple platforms. Do a stream with Brandon Herrera while you're there. You can't just like walk up to people. I mean, I guess you can walk up to people while you're streaming and just start streaming with other people. I mean, I guess you can do that, but like, I don't know, like, having people in your content without their like pre-designated permission is just like a really good way to like make bad blood. So like, not something I'm trying to do in that realm. I don't want to stream at SHOT Show. Oh, good lord. Yeah, but then I get to edit all of it, and that's like the part that I hate the most. Knows a tool like to resolve that. Okay, I don't want to pay somebody to like $1 bajillion to edit a video for YouTube though. That's gonna make like $5. And that's something that I've tried to talk to a couple of people about of like, yeah, no, I could absolutely get editors for the videos that we're doing right now, and it would make my life astronomically easier. It's just that like my YouTube videos do not make money. My YouTube videos on average get like, I don't know, like 4,000 views is probably my average. Oh yeah, the last one flatlined hard. Dude, I don't know if I'm like just super delisted or if like my content just sucks or maybe a mix of the two.
Did you upload it before the Australian shooting?
No, it was after.
Okay. The Grand Thumb, a lot of his videos got taken down by YouTube.
Oh, I saw that. Yeah, like 10 of Grand Thumb's videos got taken down.
He's like mainstream guy.
Let's see. Oh, I bet. Oh, what app is that? There's like a website. It's like TubeMate or something like that. Average view count for the PNW Gorilla YouTube channel. Probably help if I spelled, count right. Oh, dude, field sanitation is absolutely a huge thing when it comes to prepping that like people do not talk about. Okay. Oh, I guess Social Blade, that's the one. Well, I guess Grok cannot pull that up. Huh, I thought Grok would be able to analyze that. Boo. Cross-posted or related content on X gets anywhere from 10,000 to 20,000 views. Or 200,000 views. Yeah, no, thank you, Grok. I'm aware that I can be popular on Twitter. Thank you, Grok. Somehow wasn't tracking. Okay. So on Twitter, I get an average of 10,000 to 200,000 views. Compare the small niche survival or tactical channels. Average views are per between 500 to 5,000 views. That's terrible. Yeah, I definitely want to get away from like tactical content. Absolutely. What was that? Yeah, people want slop. They don't want my opinions on tactical things. Which, I mean, like, that's fair. Who wants I don't even know what I'd call myself. A mountaineering LARPer's perspective on tactical things. I don't think anybody cares. Which, yeah, it is fair. Fair. They want slop. There's a bunch of Jews at SHOT Show too. Dude, that's so true. I didn't realize, I don't know if I was just like too drunk my first SHOT Show or what, but like last SHOT Show, dude, there was so many Jews. I was like, oh, whoa, that's like a real one. Like they do like the silly, like the huge hat thing. And like they do that. That's a real thing. I was like, oh look, that's the meme.
So what contracts are they trying to procure?
Oh, dude, I don't know. But like when I was at the Hollow Sun, there's so many Jews at the Hollow Sun booth. They're just like swarming the pistol thermals. I was just like, well, I was gonna look at that, but you know, I guess it's because they were there for a while. I was just standing there waiting. I was just like,
They're trying to talk the price down.
they might have been trying to talk the price down. I don't know. But I was like, all right, well, I'm gonna go do other things now. Old Alice frames and shelves are great to pair with water jerry cans to carry water from streams and rivers. Yeah, no, absolutely. I'd say that, you know, if you have the availability of having a hand cart, you're going to be able to drag way more water than you're going to be able to carry, though. I'm not saying that you can't, you know, absolutely ruck some water cans, but like, dude, that's going to get old.
We do have
Yeah, we also have the Swiss water bladders on the website, and like even that carrying those even sucks. But no, I'd say like one of like the like more like industrial-esque hand carts from Costco, or even one of the ones from Uline that can like, you know, carry a couple 100 pounds. You're gonna be way better off having a hand cart to shuffle around weight.
look at homeless people. They already figured it out.
Yeah,
Shopping carts.
shopping carts are also great. I show the Ape Together Strong in my content. Sorry I didn't ask first. Oh, dude, no, absolutely. Yeah, no. You can put my patches and stickers and merchandise wherever you want. I'm not. Is this streaming to Rumble right now? Yeah, it is. I'm looking at the Rumble chat right there. Everyone that is on YouTube right now, you guys should go and subscribe to my Rumble. It is the exact same handle. And if you don't, you're lame. I mean, yeah, I could like set up some cameras and do some rants like on the street of SHOT Show, or like even in SHOT Show. I could absolutely do rants. I just don't know what really I would do. Try to get a sponsorship by Red Pill Threads. Them and Lily Gaddis are awesome together. Yeah, no, dude, that would like it'd be awesome to collab with anyone. It would. You know, I just don't know apparently I don't know the first thing about collaborating. Maybe I'm actually like the handle that I claim, and I'm retarded. I'm socially retarded. I mean, I am though, dude. There was like it was the first SHOT Show that I was at. I like pretty much followed around Donut Operator like the entire SHOT Show. I just didn't know anybody else. And he's like, "Oh, you can hang out with us." And I was like, "Okay, cool."
That's how I met the girl I brought over for a Christmas party at a card meet.
It was the same thing.
Yeah, didn't know anybody else. They were like, you know, you're her friend, so
Yeah,
yeah.
no, he was just like, "Hey, you can follow us around." I was like, "Okay, cool." Because like I was talking to him on Twitter before I went, and he's like, "Oh yeah, man, just hang out with us." And there was like, oh man, it was like the third day or so. I came up to him and was like, "Hey man, just so you're aware, if I like talk too much or don't talk at all, like I'm usually just out in the mountains with like a couple of dudes. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing in this realm. I don't know how to talk to people. I have no idea what I'm doing. So like at any point in time, you could just tell me to shut the fuck up, or that I need to talk more, or like I'm just gonna stand here." Like, I'm just gonna awkwardly stand here because I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. And I was like, I'm around just like all of these like famous people. I mean, because like people don't talk about it, like, but the big name YouTubers, like, they are millionaires. Like, they are fucking rich. And like people do not realize that like the gun tubers, holy fuck, they have so much money. Like, not like trying to like, you know, oh my god, but like they do. And I'm just like, okay, I'm some poor country dude that sells surplus. Hi. I was hiking and a whole group of Jews came up out of nowhere skipping by. It pissed my dog off. What?
Usually it's the blacks that piss the dog off.
What? Where were you hiking? And like, I feel like that's a whole story, and that was very okay. I don't know. I also don't know what I would do if I was on top of like some mountain plane and just like I'm just like thinking like, oh look, those are the wild Jews, and there's like just like a pack of Jews like skipping through a meadow. You're like, oh,
it's more like this.
it's just like it's like, oh look, they're in the wild.
Fuck, I don't have tags.
You got your wild Jews and you got your domesticated Jews, man. I don't have to
It's out of season.
flock of Jews. I don't. I don't. The way that he phrased that though, that's how that sounded. Okay. A fucking wagon is going on my list. Okay, that's not what I meant.
You got one of those too?
There's a difference between a wagon and a fucking wagon. You need a regular wagon. The regular wagon is going to help you much more for the end of the world and shit hits the fan. I mean, you can get a fucking wagon. I just don't know if that's going to help you trying to get,
That sounds like
water from point A to point B.
I feel like it's a Family Guy skit where it's like the Oregon Trail and you have all these wagons. It's like going through them.
Yeah, I
It's
don't.
like red lanterns.
Most people already have a wheelbarrow. Oh, ew, he said it the right way. Nerd. Everyone point and laugh. Nerd. He said wheelbarrow instead of barrel. I say barrel.
It's not barrel.
I say wheelbarrow. It's technically a wheelbarrow.
It's not barrel.
It's not barrel. That's not the actual. Yeah, right? That's how I was the first time I learned that. I was like, the fuck do you mean it's not barrel? Why would it be barrel? No, it's a barrel, damn it. I'm going to keep saying it
I don't
wrong.
know why it's called wheel. Like we understand how you got there to be barrel.
But I'm going to continue saying barrel.
Oh yeah, no, same.
I'm not saying barrow.
By
Like,
the way, best
fuck you.
modification, put it on 2 wheels, not 1.
No, it's not barrow. I mean, it is barrow, but like, I'm saying barrel, and I don't care.
Called
I'm going to.
barrel 'cause you cut a barrel in half and you put wheels on it.
Yeah. I do care about the mountaineering LARPer's opinion, cry emoji. Okay, well, good for you. Or not good for you. What is good for you? How do I phrase that? I'm not going to stop doing rant videos on this channel. I just acknowledge and I understand that, any one of my videos probably is never going to get, more than 5,000 views. And like, I'm probably on this channel, I'm more than likely capped at 10,000 views. I mean, the last video that I did that got more than 10,000 views was me talking about Charlie Kirk. And yeah, sure, I could gear this channel towards just talking about politics, but honestly, I don't want to. Like, when people follow me on Twitter, I don't like talking about politics. It just pisses me the fuck off. So I talk about it, but it doesn't mean I want to talk about it. It's not something that I want to go out of my way to make YouTube content on and do long YouTube dives on political things. I don't like talking about it. It's easy to comment it on Twitter and make commentary on it. It's really easy to do that of just type out, this is stupid and I hate this. But I don't want to make long form content on political stuff all the time. I've done some of it, but that's not it's not what I want to do. They climb out of a random cave carrying a mattress. Oof, and I know what you meant by that. Yeah. Was it a man-made cave? This cave was on a natural formation. Did you check the rear shelf in your lower to see if it's making contact with the super safety? Sometimes you need to remove a little material from the rear shelf.
What are they talking about?
I don't know what I've been. Okay, I see the here. Okay, I was like, what? Oh, come to find out, FRTs are illegal in Washington.
Really?
Yeah, I thought they were legal. I was like, woo! Once there's one in stock, I'm totally getting one. And there was one of the companies that I've been talking to about one of those warrior challenges. I was gonna try to get an FRT through them. They're like, oh, we don't ship to Washington. I was like, oh, they're like, if you want to come here and do a video on one of ours here, we can do that. I'm like, I mean, yeah, no, I'm not against that. I'm down for it, but damn.
I live in Washington, so.
Are you ready for the big windstorm? Is that still? Are we still getting a big windstorm again? Is that back on?
We're gonna be on top of a mountain when it happens. Watch.
Oh no! I didn't think about that.
In the snow.
High wind watch. These conditions are expected by 10 a.m. Wednesday.
That will be fine.
So tomorrow.
Not next week.
Supposedly it's supposed to snow Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and we have some like nuclear winds that are happening tomorrow.
Snow where? Our level or mountain level?
It says our level.
White Christmas?
We actually might have a white Christmas.
We're doing a white Christmas sale?
I think we might be, yeah. It's supposed to snow tomorrow and Christmas. Huh. I'll believe it when I see it.
Blanket free drop for white Christmas.
Is Arizona still a free state? There aren't free states anymore. Welcome to, the new America.
They tried in New Hampshire.
L6 belt fed upper with an FRT. Yeah, I wish. I wish I could get either of those things here, but I don't believe I'll be getting either of those. Last I heard, it's 60 mile per hour winds. We just had like over 100 mile per hour winds, so I'm not really fretting about 60 mile per hour winds. Like,
You have a
eh,
thermometer yet?
no.
Put Crispy to work with like a hamster wheel. Like a man size.
Dude, yes.
That's how you work out. If you want power.
Me nan was a maid in the mattress in the holly.
What?
Me mom died in the holly. Get out me car.
I got it. Okay.
Yeah, everyone's been making fun of Pierce Morgan for like, me mom died in the holly.
I didn't know what that fucking meant.
Yeah, it's like, shut up, nerd. No one cares anymore.
I had no idea what that meant. Like Holly.
Yeah, the holly. You don't know the holly.
It took me a minute.
Hello, welcome to the chat. Welcome to my live stream. We are BSing and currently going back and forth talking about emergency preparedness and the holly. I love that it's called the holly now. I'm never gonna not call it the holly. Back in the holly. Yep, the Hollywood cost. And that's why my channel is demonetized. Well, not demonetized, but like, shadow banned. By the way, putting permits on people's doors for the flood was absolutely disgusting. Dude, I still can't believe that the town of Pacific was like your first priority before people come back to their homes. Your first priority is going to be like, hey, make sure you get a permit before you fix anything. Like, dude, that's insane. That's still just absolutely bonkers to me that our area here in Washington State, and it's literally like the next town over from our warehouse, like right now, where we were volunteering, is less than 5 minutes from our warehouse. And the fact that they wanted us going door to door, informing everyone that before you repair anything in your home, you need to get a permit with the city and the state, on like depending on what you're repairing, and that you have they're like, make sure you get your insurance adjusters and make sure that you do this and make sure you do this, and you're like, hey, what about just like making sure if people are okay? What about that, man? Like, I can't believe like the first fucking thing when people were returning to their homes after being evacuated, the state's like, hey, make sure you get a fucking permit before you replace your cabinets. And to ask volunteers to hand out that information is wild. And the funniest fucking thing that I bet the town of Pacific could have never predicted was that you were going to ask me. Of all people. They had no fucking idea who they were asking when they were handing that out. They had no idea. And it was like, oh, you guys handed this to the wrong fucking person, man. You guys handed these packets to the wrong motherfuckers. I'm Dude, I'm so up in a fucking rage about that. Now, thank you for now we're back on that. I wasn't mad about it, and now I'm mad about it again.
It was a city council member that wanted us to do that.
It was a city council member that wanted us to do that?
Position number 4. That guy.
Dude, like,
These are the people that wanted that. All fucking boomers.
all boomers.
Maybe not everybody.
That guy's probably not a boomer. He looks middle-aged. I can't tell his age. That's a boomer. That's spiritually a boomer. So that's another thing. Like when you start looking at like the, you know, all the people that are like in power, like even if they're not a boomer, like age-wise,
How do you fucking pronounce that name?
no fucking idea. There's a cell phone number though. We can call him. Hey, what's up, nigga? Hey, what's up with this bullshit? Is that a liberal area? It's actually no. I wouldn't say it is.
I wouldn't say it's not. It's the I-5 corridor.
I mean, yeah, it's the I-5 corridor, but I wouldn't go into the town of Pacific and be like, oh yeah, this is very liberal.
It's a residential area.
But yeah, I guess like it's a residential area right next to an industrial
Well,
park.
okay, wait, there was that
So,
one
like-
sign in that people's
Yeah, there was that one. Like,
They exist.
I don't know. Like there is a lot in Washington State that like, okay, yeah, there's a lot of people here that are more like liberal leaning, and even if they're not liberal leaning, they're you know, more than likely have you know, replaced all the whites that have left. So that's another thing we're starting to deal with is the amount of immigrants in Washington State is starting to really skyrocket.
Think any of these people actually did anything? Think they shoveled sandbags? Or
Oh, I doubt that any like sitting member of any town ordinance or anything really helped at all. Like at least physically. You know, they probably, you know, I don't know, man. That's another like video that I was watching recently is just how incredible just all political affiliated people are, like even from like your local city ordinances all the way up to the top government. They're just, everybody's so fucking corrupt. And it's like the amount of boomers that just do not want to give up power, that are just trying to hold on to power as long as they possibly can. The amount of boomers that are just using their political positions as fucking retirement homes, man. There's so many of them. Merry Christmas and God bless you as well. Thank you for taking me out of my doomer rant, even though I'm going to go right back into it. Or should I answer some questions that are in the chat that actually seem somewhat productive? Like what are some things you guys stage in your vehicles during the winter? A German wool blanket, unironically. I'm actually not kidding. Like, German wools is a huge thing that probably stays in my car year round. But that's a massive thing that I think you guys need to make sure that you have in your vehicles in the winter months. Not only that, but my get home bag changes a smidge as well, and I make sure that I have in my get home bag 2 waffle tops, a pair of waffle bottoms, 2 pairs of wool gloves, and then 2 beanies. So I know a lot of people are going to ask why I would choose to have 2 beanies, 2 pairs of wool gloves, and 2 waffle tops. And the biggest thing is that for me, the majority of the time while I'm trying to move from point A to point B, and while I'm trying to work, my biggest thing is trying to stay warm and less of trying to stay dry. So I will have all of these layers to work in, and I just acknowledge that I'm going to get wet, but I'm going to be warm. And then once I get wherever I wind up sleeping, once I get my shelter set up and I have somewhere warm and dry to sleep, then I'm going to change clothes into the other waffle, the other beanies, or the other beanie, and the other wool gloves. So I usually have 2 of those, and I think that 2 of those is extremely underrated When you're trying to bed down and you're trying to sleep, whether it be in your car, an improvised shelter, whether it be you're in and around your house and you have to go outside and you have to do whatever chores you might have to do, being able to come back and have warm and dry clothes. I cannot begin to express how much warm and dry clothes, and this goes back into what I was talking about earlier in the stream, of wool blankets are massive with how important they are, because at night, one of the most important things for your own morale, I don't think enough people are prepping for their own morale. Morale is huge. If you have ever been depressed, if you've ever been down, if you've ever been in a shit attitude in the winter months, now imagine that there's no electricity, that there's no cell phone to dive into and lose yourself in, and now you are also wet and cold. So prepping for your own morale for me is absolutely massive. One of the biggest things for me for giving myself really, really good morale is being dry and warm. There is nothing better than being dry and warm. And this is why I like preaching to you guys so much about, going off in the mountains regularly and going out and suffering on your own accord, because when you come back from the mountains, when you come back from training in harsh and shitty environments, you appreciate your amenities so much more. You appreciate having a hot shower so much more when you just came back from the mountains and you didn't have that. Being able to give yourself a new appreciation by going out and training and putting yourself through harsh scenarios, I think is very undervalued in the modern realm. I do not think at all people appreciate, and I do not believe that people understand how much their amenities that they have are not permanent. Warmth is not permanent. You are not guaranteed electricity in this life. You are not guaranteed anything. If nature decides to kill your power, if your power goes out and you have no way to heat your home, if you do not have spare clothes in your car, wherever the hell you wind up, and you are now wet and cold, guess what? You're wet and cold. You didn't prep right. You didn't prep accordingly. And that sucks. And if you live somewhere that's warmer, that's awesome. Good for you. I don't. Coffee and cocoa are practically vital. Once again, thinking about your morale. Morale is absolutely massive. There's actually, it's in my car right now. There is I have a morale pack that I keep in my everyday carry bag. And it's literally just hot cocoa powder. And it's coffee packets, and it's hot sauce packets, and I have liquid IV, and I have sugar and salt, and I just have one Ziploc bag with all of the big morale things for me, and there's some things I'll keep small bottles of Fireball, and that's a huge thing of morale for me. I'll keep usually I'll keep a deck of cards and a thing of dice, and that's just a thing of morale of, I think non-electronic entertainment is vastly underappreciated. Chocolate, yep, Lickies and Chewies, fatty cakes, that's something that people also are not preparing nearly enough. Last FTX, a dude went from wanting to give up a G2G with 1 cup of instant coffee. Dude, it is fascinating the things that I have seen men give up in the field for the dumbest and most simple, small little pieces of just comfort. I've seen men lose so much sleep just so they could get a little bit more fatty cakes and Lickies and Chewies. I've watched men attempt, and we didn't allow him to do it, but I've watched and witnessed men giving up an entire night's worth of Firewatch rotations just for fucking candy bars, bro. And I'm not even exaggerating here. The amount of discomfort that a man will endure just for a little bit of that morale boost, it is incredible. Not only that, when I was in the Army, I used to bring out dip, so like, you know, to chew tobacco and cigarettes out in the field. And I did not chew and I did not smoke. However, I know that there are a lot of men that were in my MOS when going out in the field that did in fact smoke. This was like kind of before the age of Zins, or else I would have been doing that too. But cigarettes and dip, Copenhagen. You know, that was something that I would pack in mass when I was going out in the field, and then I'd sell it to dudes. I would wait a couple of days for, you know, guys to run out of shit because, you know, God forbid they actually prep what they need for their own field op, and I'd start selling to dudes. And, you know, and they're like, oh, that's too like, you know, I'd be like, hey man, do you want a cigarette? And I'm like, oh, I'd love one. I'm like, $1 a cigarette. And they're like, what? That's ridiculous. I would never. I was like, all right, then don't buy it then. And, you know, and they wouldn't buy it. And then like next day they're like, hey man, so how much is this cigarette? I'm like, $1.50. They're like, what do you mean? I was like, well, price went up. It's like, well, why the price went up? It's like supply and demand. Yeah, $1 is in. No, and you're going to see shit like that. If the power goes out for long enough, you're going to start seeing dumb shit like that. Of people saying like, yeah, no, I know $1 cigarette's messed up. You should have brought more cigarettes to the field op if you have an addiction. I don't have an addiction. You do. Sucks to be you. I'm trying to help you in your addiction. Okay? I'm through capitalism. I'm trying to help you draw back from your addiction. You're welcome. Yep. This is why I hoard chocolate. Yeah, so that's another reason that, you know, like hoarding things, or I guess hoarding or prepping, whatever you want to call it, but things like alcohol, you know, dip and chew, Zins, you know, hoarding it / prepping, however you want to call it, you know, these things that people are going to be trading and bartering for. You know, and this doesn't have to be like an end of the world kind of thing. I mean, quite literally, this could be the power is out in your area for a couple of days, a couple of weeks. Natural disasters happen. We have been in and out of experiencing our own natural disasters here in Washington State. So there's no way that guys can like just try to pretend like this isn't a thing, because it's a thing. You guys need to be prepping things that you can trade that is significantly more valuable than money. You know, like dollar bills. Like because we're going to be, before we know it, we're going to be going back to trading and bartering. Before you guys know it, I promise you, I don't see any way of getting out of this in our lifetime. We are going to see trading and bartering coming back with a vengeance. Because the US dollar is plummeting, my guys. If you guys are not tracking right now, the cost of silver per ounce just went up again. We're at $71, y'all.
But how do you tax trading?
Came out this morning, $71 per ounce of silver. And
Permit the trade and barter?
boo-wee, man. Yes, you do. You need a permit. Yeah, no, you can make liquor, sure. Is it going to be good, though? Because people are going to pay more if it's good. I already pay my HVAC guy in silver. Based. Fucking based. Love to hear it. Once again, for the entirety of this, or I don't actually, you know what? I don't even know if this is like a constant code or whatever, but hey, I sell military surplus. If you guys use /25, you get free shipping. Go buy you some military surplus, or don't, whatever. Silver hit $20 an ounce yesterday. Yeah, well, it hit $21 an ounce today. To the moon. Yes, you do need to get more silver. If you don't have silver, you're wrong. If you guys aren't buying silver, you are wrong. If you guys are not thinking about trading and bartering after any sort of collapse or anything like that, you know, and end of the world, you guys definitely need to be thinking about trading and bartering. And you know what? I promise you that if the world goes to shit, these pre-war bucks gonna be worth nothing.
Pre-war.
These pre-war buckaroos. That was a Fallout reference. These are about to be worth absolutely nothing.
Make sure you put a spork in a bottle cap inside your safe.
Yep, you guys are gonna need your sporks and your bottle caps in your safes. Yeah, no, this is about to be worth as much as Monopoly money, maybe less. Like this is, and I don't think enough people understand that these notes that we all currently use, these are backed by nothing. This is backed by absolutely nothing. This is temporary. There is no way that this won't be temporary. Now, what does this say about the future of my company? You know, I'm currently, you know, at the head of a company that is practicing capitalism. So, what will the future of my company hold when this is no longer worth anything? Or when, you know, we have to like, oh, sorry, guys, we have to up our prices. It's now $1 million for a rucksack. And it's $2 million if you want a rucksack and all the pouches on it. You know, I'm surprised that we're not further down that route, and we're probably going to be, you know, slowly inching towards that route more and more before Trump gets out of office. But who knows? I'm not trying to make too many predictions, but you guys do need to start prepping more things that you can trade and barter that aren't just these, you know, notes, because these Federal Reserve notes are not backed by absolutely anything, if you guys weren't tracking. What's the best EDC for a Deathclaw encounter? Die. That's the best thing you could possibly EDC. Go inside. Don't leave. I have a few things in my cart. Going to hit confirm now that I know weather isn't fucking shipping. Confirm now that I know weather isn't fucking shipping. What? Am I reading that? Am I retarded?
Where am I reading?
This one here. I think I'm reading it wrong. Bees aren't horrible to keep in this area and make mead with honey. Bees are horrible and challenging, and dude,
I'm having a stroke reading that.
I know multiple people that have attempted to keep bees, and I promise you that like bees are, dude, that is its own like side business. And you might not even be making money, but like trying to be a beekeeper, that is not some like simple, easy part-time thing where you can just like, oh yeah, I keep bees, you know, oh, it's a quirk of mine. Like, no, dude, that is a time sink. That is a time sink. That is a money sink. Like that is an operation. That is an entire fucking industry, my guy. Trying to keep bees alive, especially in Washington State, trying to keep bees alive is fucking challenging. I've known multiple people that have tried to keep bees on their property. It is not fucking easy to do. It is not easy to do, and there are so many things that will come in and just wipe out your entire hive. One thing kills your queen bee, and your entire hive is gone now. Like, it is fascinating how, I wouldn't say weak bees are, but like, bees can die very easily. It's fascinating, the stories that I've heard. That Brandon guy who predicted Trump's earshot predicted that money would crash this winter and Trump will scourge a currency together for all of North and Central America. Hey, wasn't Trump just talking about a centralized digital currency? Wasn't he just talking about that too? It's not far off. I'd be surprised if the U.S. dollar doesn't, like, if Trump in the next year doesn't say like, all right, guys, you can now go to these facilities and trade these in, and you guys now get digital bucks, and we're not doing cash anymore, and no one will accept cash, and cash now means nothing unless you trade it in at these specific facilities. It's not that far-fetched, honestly. Everclear is a good prep stock, multi-useful other than drinking, and more use for personal storage footprint. Yeah, no. That's actually, I know a couple of guys that instead of using camping fuel for like their stoves, they would just bring Everclear. And they would just have like this little canister that they would pour Everclear into it, light it, and then that's how they boiled water, was just with Everclear. And I can never forget him doing that because he handed me the bottle of Everclear and was like, take the smallest sip ever. And I was like, what? He's like, take the tiniest sip. And like, dude, I will never forget that, like, oh, and it just burns the entire way down. And it's in your stomach and it's just burning. And you're just like, oh, this is awful. Like, who would drink that willingly? It is terrible.
First time you had Everclear?
Yeah, and I was like, that's like diesel. And he's like, yeah, basically. I was like, oh. And I was like, is it? Yeah, no, you can run diesel off this. I was like, oh.
You seen the?
It's like, why would you have me drink that then?
You seen the hillbilly shot?
Mm-mm.
This entire jar of moonshine. He lights on a fire and blows it out. He goes, "That Red Bull will give you wings." Downs it, but that moonshine will give you 4-wheel drive.
Dude, moonshine's dangerous, man. Oh, good lord, moonshine's so dangerous. Yeah, meat rabbits are a lot easier to care for, that's for sure. But it's still a process. I don't think enough people have ever actually like sat down and processed their own meat and processed their own food. Holy shit, dude. That is it's fascinating, honestly, how much in the modern world we are so used to just everything being so easy, man. We are so used to everything being so fucking easy. It is wild how time consuming processing animals actually is. That was something that I realized when we were processing those chickens. And I was like, we only processed like 10 of them. And I was like, dude, that took like 4 hours.
I think processing rabbits is quicker than chickens. However, rabbits are way more maintenance.
Rabbits are probably way. I mean, we could talk to Beaver about this. Rabbits are definitely more maintenance than chickens. That's for damn sure. But like, dude, trying to process a chicken's such a pain in the ass.
If I had a
It's
sharp knife. I'm good at it. Like, you know, I've had Beaver skills. I could probably do rabbits better than chickens. Chickens just have too many feathers. So.
no, I've processed a couple of rabbits now. I mean, I've taken rabbits with 22s out in the field, and like, that's another thing, man. People do not talk like rabbit is actually good meat. Like rabbit with a little bit of salt, some butter, add that. I mean, like, and then you can like bolster that up. You can add rabbit into. Rabbit's really good with rice or mashed potatoes. You can make a stew out of it. Something that I would do, or I've done in the past, is processing a rabbit and then taking all of the meat and adding that into the backpack camping meals. Oh man, that's so good. And the backpack camping meals already have so much sodium in them. So, because rabbit by itself is without salt at all, rabbit is just lame. It's so boring. And that's another huge reason that I started EDCing salt and pepper. Well, no, not pepper, sorry. I was going to do pepper, and then I decided because I got one of those like 2 canister things. Very small, but instead of doing salt and pepper, I did pink salt and then onion powder. And I think that pink salt and onion powder, because honestly, like, what is pepper? You know, I'm like, trying to like add like seasoning to things. Like, I would much rather have onion powder, but that's just me. Roast open, yep. No, absolutely. Roasting to open fire. I think my first, no, that would have been that wouldn't even nearly my first rabbit. But I have had rabbit over an open fire, and you have to do it right. That's for sure, because you can screw up rabbit. Not only on an open fire, but on a cast iron, you can definitely screw up rabbit too. There's so many things that people don't talk about, like not having butter with you out in the field. Like if you get meat, like the best way is honestly to smoke. Like if you have the time to smoke any meat out in the field, that is going to be your best bet. You are going to get the most longevity out of meat. You're going to be able to keep meat significantly longer if you smoke it rather than any other way of cooking it, because then you kind of turn it into like a jerky, and then it's not going to go bad as fast. Because when you get animals, for anybody that doesn't know this, if you don't have a refrigerator or anywhere to keep your meat, meat goes bad pretty damn quickly. That was another reason that so many people, back in the day, they would just keep like one stew going, and you just have like this like forever pot of stew, and you're just like always adding more and more and more to it, and you can go a lot longer with the same amount of food, and that way you don't have to like refrigerate it, you don't have to smoke things, and you can try to like get some more time and longevity out of it.
Over to onion powder, get a dry rub.
A dry rub over onion powder? I could see it.
I think I'd do that.
Nolan G Pork on Rumble, and if you guys aren't following on Rumble, go follow on Rumble, gave 5 schmeckles to say, important thing for Shit Hits the Fan is menu fatigue. I was extended on a mission 65 days late with no resupply, and we were on starvation levels of food, and no matter how hungry you are, 1 out of 1. And then he's going to say something else after that. No, this is so true of having, and I'm going to say the thing, guys. I'm going to say the thing. No one wants to hear how I'm going to phrase this. Diversity in your meal preps is very important. Nolan makes a very, very good point here of eating the exact same thing every single day. If you are eating something 3 meals a day, the same thing, 4 weeks, or for months, you will rather starve. Like you will get to a point of you are actually physically gagging because you are so sick and tired of eating that same thing. Okay, he continues, you are hungry after 2 weeks of the same food. You will refuse to eat this. Is also known for submarines and nursing home studies. Verify this. I was sad when the oatmeal and bouillon cube combo ran out. Dude, Nolan, it's so true. So true of like if you're just eating like potatoes and then potatoes and then more potatoes and then a side of potatoes. What's for dinner? Potatoes. Like it's the exact same thing of like MREs. Like I vividly remember going months of eating nothing but MREs, and it's like I would rather eat anything else. Anything. Like you need to have some type of diversity in your prepping foods, the most that you can. If you can't afford it, and not only that, prepping some things that you're like impartial to, like maybe isn't your favorite, but like not things you hate, right? Prepping things that you're like okay with. Prepping things that like, the same thing of like I've said in the past where I'm never going to go out of my way to order pineapple pizza, but if it's there, I'll eat it. So you want to think of that exact same thing when it comes to prepping foods, when it comes to emergency foods. You also want to prep things that you would, I'd eat. If it's there, I'd eat it. Because you are going to get so fucking sick and tired of your favorite meals if all you're eating is your favorite meals. Like, it's not going to be your favorite for very long. You're going to wind up hating it. It doesn't matter what it is. You're not a dog. You are not a dog. You are going to get sick of eating the same food every fucking day. I got that dog in me. Stocking vitamins is also a very important thing. Like I was talking about, order confirmed, appreciate the shipping code. Hey, shipping code does in fact work. Once again, Backlash25 gets you free shipping. We're just using a code that we already had going. That's the code that we give the Backlash guys when they're doing our ad reads. So it's just a code for free shipping that we already have. Did we get rid of our old shipping code? The funny one? Yeah. I hate that, like, as this company gets, like, more, like, professional, like, the fun, dumb things that I used to be able to get away with kind of go away.
Well, that's not why we got rid of it.
But, like, I understand that, like, that has to happen. Like, you're variety over diversity. You know what I meant. I'm gonna say diversity because you know what? Then it upsets people, and then it gets in the back of your head, and then you have to think about it. You're like, fucking diversity. No scurvy for the pineapple enjoyers. See, that's a good way to look at it. Yeah, no, scurvy is actually a thing. You do not have to be a pirate, and you don't have to be on a ship to get scurvy. There was men in there have been men in a lot of the U.S. military conflicts that have gotten scurvy in combat. That is actually a thing. Like, that is unironically a thing of just getting scurvy because you don't have enough vitamins and mineral. Isn't scurvy like specifically vitamin C?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it's not hard to get scurvy. Biggest thing is unironically, no joke, taking pine needles and making tea out of them. That's actually another thing I don't think enough people prep is just tea bags. Like, I'm not kidding, because like tea bags don't really like go bad. The dollar store is your friend to stock up on spices. Get all you can store. Not only with the dollar store, there's a lot of things that if you go to the dollar store, and guys, I found this out recently. Like, I'm not kidding here. I found this out recently. There are some things that the dollar store is a scam. Like, and I hate being like the person to tell you guys this, but I'd rather get the information out there. There are a lot of things at dollar stores that are now $1.25, where if you go to Walmart, the exact same thing is like 65 cents. So before you go to the dollar store anymore, thinking that you're getting this like huge bargain, check Walmart first. Check Winco. Because the dollar store has now marked up all of their stuff where like nothing is under $1 anymore. But Winco, and then Winco, Whole Foods, and Walmart still have cans, a lot of cans of food that are under $1. And I was just at Walmart the other day, and there was like a bunch of cans of like really good prepping stuff that were like 65, 75, 85 cents. And if you go to a dollar store, you're spending like $1.25 on everything, no matter what. So the Dollar Tree, dollar store, what have you, does have a lot of good stuff. But when you're trying to be a baller on a budget, and when you're trying to save money, make sure that you're not just going to the dollar store thinking that you're getting the cheapest thing, because you not always are you. So, like, surf around, look around before you start, spending hundreds of dollars on, cheap prepping supplies, because you might actually wind up spending a little bit more money than you thought you were. Okay. What else were we? We're still going on about vitamin C. Eating burgers will save off. What? How? That doesn't make any sense. I call shenanigans. You say buggers? Yeah. Oh, eating buggers prevents scurvy. Live in the pod, eat the bug.
My chickens will
I'm not eating. Yeah, I'm not eating bugs, man. I ain't doing it. Won't do it. Pass. Hard pass. Not for me, Hoss. Yeah, the chickens can get the bugs.
They already live in the pod.
Yeah, the chickens live in the pod. The chickens eat the bugs. I'm not doing that. That's why I have chickens. Also, if you guys don't have chickens, you should get chickens. If you don't have a space for chickens, get quail. Quail and rabbits do not take up a lot of space.
Michael Kemp.
What?
I think it's one of our PT guys.
Oh, what a nerd. What an absolute goofy little goober.
If he's not one of our PT guys, he should be.
Yeah, if you guys are not local and coming out to our PTs, you should. Speaking of, I should put out in the PT chat, there's no PT this week. Christmas. Where the heck it? Okay. No PT this week. And next week, we're snowshoeing. Next week, PT is snowshoeing. Hell yeah. Man, I'm excited to go snowshoeing. I ain't gonna lie. Like, when I heard that we were getting, like, all this snow, I was just like, yeah. Snowshoeing's gonna be fucking intense.
I didn't realize how much they clear cut this side of the Cascade.
Yeah, they really have.
Once the snow hit, you can see where it, like.
Oh, dude, they've been clear cutting like crazy over here. I will say, though, I was kind of flirting around with maybe I was going to do some skis this year, and I'm back in for snowshoeing. I'm hoping we have so much damn powder, man. Oh, I'm excited. I'm so fucking annoyed with my chickens right now. Might have to switch to ducks. Why are you annoyed with your chickens right now, my guy? Please tell me. Or girl, I don't know. But anyway, tell me your chicken problems. I want to hear. Wait, why would you raid Asmongold's house if you have to resort to eating bugs? What did Asmongold do? Asmongold's kind of like in the same category of Nick Fuentes as me. Of like, I mostly just like watch the clips. I know. Sorry, I don't really watch. That was actually something that I don't know who I was talking to, but like I don't really watch other YouTubers. I don't really watch streams all that much. It's like I don't want to watch what I can do. That's just me. Boogers from your nose cures scurvy. I think I'm gonna have to pass. That's.
Dude's been eating boogers his entire life, never got scurvy.
I think I'm gonna get scurvy then. I think that I'll just get scurvy then. You guys have fun with your booger eating. I'll be over here having scurvy.
Yeah,
Hold on, I wanna get a screenshot of this because it's just what a vibe. Is there a lag again?
probably.
There is a lag. I'm trying to get a screenshot of how amazing this set looks right now. It's just so good. It's just so good.
For 2 minutes of time, yeah. I feel like I could have done it better.
It's so good. It's so good. It's so good. Is that something we need to put more time into, Ian? Our studio setup.
It is ever changing, and that's okay. One day we'll have a table.
I bet people don't like the change. Like, all the autists are like, "Oh no, change! I don't like change." Ah."
Good morning.
Do you think when autists go to a store and they pay cash,
Oh.
they try to hand, they're like, "No, I don't like change." Me mom died of scurvy. Me mom died of scurvy in the holly. Live now come. Or don't. Whatever. I don't know. What you got places you got to be in?
Not really.
You got things you got to do?
I gotta go hose down that cart that we used for sandbags, but I can wait.
The dollar store stole my penny. Oh man. Okay. See, I've been hanging out with the boys too much lately because I was about to. Man, I was about to just rattle some shit off, and I'm like, whoa. Hey, let's not say that on stream. This is something Ian and I were just talking about, man. Like making content and like being on streams and being live. Like I have to like be so unbelievably cautious of censoring myself. Like, because there's so many things that I'm so used to saying in person that like I can't say on live streams that I would normally say, like, just hanging out with the boys. Like, oh, they did what? Well, you should just like, and I can't say that. I could probably say that on like Rumble. I should start doing uncensored Rumble only streams. Nah, I'd probably get in trouble.
So I'm gonna upload the clip to YouTube from Rumble, and somehow,
I mean, I wouldn't. They would get in trouble, not me, right?
no,
I'd get in trouble.
probably. YouTube's terms of service are so fucking vague.
YouTube. I feel like everyone's terms of service are now just vague
It's written by
because it's written to be vague. It's vague on purpose. I think that's what it is. Background has serious deployment vibes. Well, I wouldn't know because I didn't deploy. I'm just a goober that likes the mountains and guns, and I spent some time in the army mopping floors. That's a lie. I was mopping floors and I had a machine gun, but you know, whatever. I was mopping the floors with a machine gun. That's the lore I'm now going to say. I duct taped a mop to a 240 Bravo and I mopped the floors in the Army, and that's all I did the entire time. That's the new lore update. Congratulations. Hi, Tarbers. Hi, Fwan. Wow.
They handed you a machine gun and said, go mop the floor. They're like, fuck yeah.
Dog,
They
look,
handed you a mop and said, oh.
kind of, though. Kind of, though.
I'm gonna mop the floor with a machine. Yeah.
That's why I have yet to do a YouTube live stream. Definitely would get deleted. Yeah, dude, I have to be very cautious. Are those blue light blockers or just yellow tints? They're just yellow tints. It's just because everyone kept telling me that I look like the good guy from Far Cry 5. So I just leaned into it, and I've just been wearing yellow tints. And I leaned into yellow shades so much for the meme that I unironically wound up really liking yellow tint shades. Not only that, but these are heat waves, and they're actually ballistic, meaning that if you're at the range and you get shrapnel in these will actually protect your eyes. So now it's gotten to a point where not only do I enjoy the tint of yellow, but these are also like my range safety glasses. And I even got like the side guard protectors on them too. Yeah, no, it's really nice because like it always feels like I'm in vacation in Mexico because I got this nice little piss filter.
I just saw a picture of Spooky in the meme chat.
Yeah, that's great. Wait. Is there like is that new?
4:30. Yeah.
4:30? Oh man, hold on.
Show it on stream.
I'm not gonna show it on stream. Oh no, that's not him. Oh, you haven't met him.
That tree bird?
Yeah.
I met tree bird.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, I'm the one who had to carry a lot of fucking ammo.
Is Pepsi okay? Dude, the is Pepsi okay will like forever be just one of my favorite memes. See, that's another thing I can't talk about on YouTube streams.
You realize that's only a meme for us. Like, nobody was ever going to get that joke.
I know, but like I can't talk about I'm just saying it's another thing that I can't talk about on stream. And I hate how much I have to censor myself on YouTube. And even with censoring myself, like my channel's still snuffed. Hooray, I can see a stream. Oh wow. Get green ones to perpetually be in a T-Rex Arms video. Does okay, hold on. So who got the T-Rex Arms filter in the divorce?
T-Rex arms.
Like, does T-Rex Arms get to keep using the blue filter, or does Lucas get to use the blue filter? Like, who got that in the divorce?
You think Lucas at his new company probably sat down with all his like creatives and like, okay guys,
Okay, everything has to be blue.
it can't be green. Yeah, no, literally. He goes, guys, green's out. No more green.
Yeah, Lucas was like, all right, green's out, blue's in. Lucas got the filter in the divorce. Aw. Trex copies Dirty Civilian now. I mean, if you're gonna... Oh, dude. Actually, ho. Now P&W has a Mag 58. I mean, I do, though. But I do have a Mag 58. It's not functional.
Nice try. We're not going to show them.
It's not functional, but I do have one. Anyway, yeah, I didn't think about that. So, like, now that Lucas is not with T-Rex Arms, right? And the only reason that Dirty Civilian broke off from T-Rex Arms was because of Lucas. I wonder if Dirty Civilian and T-Rex Arms are now ever going to do a collab.
They might have Isaac.
I
They probably have Isaac.
have no idea.
Or other way around.
They already are. Called it. Are they actually? So Dirty Civilian is now doing collaborations with T-Rex Arms without Lucas? Because, like, oof.
I can see them doing a video with Isaac.
Oof.
Probably on radios or something. But... Huh. I never thought about that.
Damn. Double dipping, Christian. Meshtastic comms. I don't know, man. I'm be real, and I know that some like Spurgs and even like some of the guys that I train with aren't gonna like this, but I think Meshtastic's fucking pointless. Because when are you going to use it? I know that nobody wants to like say that, but like if it's like a legit grid down situation and you're worried about like people with, you know, higher tech than you, when are you going to use it? I mean, other than like natural disaster relief, like which with Meshtastic might be able to be useful, but if it's natural disaster relief, the vast majority of the time you're going to have cell phone service. And if you don't have cell phone service, you're probably just going to be using a radio. Like, so, like, when is Meshtastic actually going to be useful as a civilian? You know, I guess that's my question. You know, and I'm not trying to be like, you know, poke holes in everyone's fun, but like, why? It's kind of the same thing, and we were just talking about that this morning. Like, we were just talking about this, of the over fantasization of comms in the shit hits the fan realm. It's so not practical. Like, comms are going to get you killed, emit and die. Like, as soon as you click that radio, you just gave away your position to anyone that's watching radio signals. Like, anybody that's now watching, you know, where the signals are. And then not only that, if you're on it too much, direction finding for comms is not hard tech at all. So anyone that's looking for you is going to be able to find you so quickly. So I guess that's my biggest question of just, you know, why and how did comms become so overhyped in the tactical community? Like, it's kind of,
Baofeng is good at marketing.
I mean, sure, but like, I never. Sorry, I'm texting my wife. I never quite understood like how comms got so unbelievably hyped. And I've asked this question in the past, and dude, oh man, this was like this was while Risky Krisky was still on socials, and dude, I got lit up for this. The comments were so not happy with me. But just like, honestly, like if shit hits the fan and it's like, you know, end of the world type scenario or grid down or what have you, whatnot, like, why would I be using Meshtastic? Why would I be using a radio? Yeah, I'm probably going to be trying to use World War II clickers and runners. Like, honestly, like that makes so much more sense, because the more technology advances, the more we're going to have to not use technology to get past technology, because the existence of comms implies friends. That's fair. Yeah, that's a fair cope. That is a fair cope. But like, you know, I've had people ask this with me in the past. I don't know how many times of what radio should I get? 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 And my question, more often than not, responding back to is, who you talking to? Like, why do you need a super fancy radio? Why do you need an encrypted radio? Why do you need to spend hundreds and hundreds and hundreds, if not thousands of dollars on radio equipment? I have dumped so much fucking money into radio equipment that never gets used. And the more I look into it and the more I think about it and the more I try to like, you know, war game it all out, I'm like, when the fuck am I ever going to be using any of this shit? You know, like all the comms set up for my helmet and all my leads and the antennas, and dude, oh my God, the amount of money that I've wasted on fucking antennas, bro. So much antennas. I can't believe how many fucking radio antennas I have replaced because they just break and they rip off and they tear, and the entire, like, they'll rip out of the radio itself, and they'll like I don't know how many like radio wires I've had snap and crack, how many radios that I've had break out in the mountains. Like, radios have been such a massive waste of money for me that I barely ever fucking use. You know, like, rally points are a thing. Hey, I'm going to meet you at this grid at this time. If I'm not at this grid at this time, I'll meet you at this grid at this time. You know, like, I'm not saying that, like, radios are a bad thing by any means. I'm not trying to, like, hate on radios. And, like, well, no, I am. No, I'm hating on radios. They're good for some things. They are not good for a lot of things. You know, so, like, they're such a dude, oh my goodness, bro. I straight up, I took my comms off of my helmet. I just took them off. And I'm not going to be using Peltor comms probably ever. You know, like the amount of guys that have drowned hundreds and thousands of dollars into like dual lead contacts. Like, why? What scenario do you see yourself in where you're going to need to be listening to not one but two radios on separate channels? Do you even have that many fucking friends? Like, what scenario do you see yourself in that you're going to need two leads coming out of your contacts on two different radios going to two different channels so you can listen to two different teams? What scenario are you going to be using this in, and why? Why are we spending thousands and thousands of dollars on all of this bullshit? Why? What scenario are we using this in? And not only in Hurricane Helen, but also with all the flood relief recently. Like, dude, like the vast majority of the time, you're not using radios. Like very, very little are you actually using radios. And if you're trying to like emulate and like copy like the military, like, dude, their radio tech is so, like, they have so much money, they have so much technology, they have so much radar, they have planes and helicopters, they have millions and billions of dollars when it comes to radio equipment and also equipment to find your equipment. So I guess, like, once again, and I still have yet to have anybody ever give me a real answer here. Call me radiophobic, sure, but like, the real question here is, when are we going to be using any of this radio equipment, and why do I keep spending money on radio equipment? Like, why? I just want to know why. When is this going to get used? Like, legitimately. I mean, you know, it makes sense with like the Army. It makes sense with the Marines. It makes sense with the U.S. government because, you know, like they are the highest power entity around. They don't have to worry about anyone finding them. They want you to know that they're fucking there. Like, it's the vast majority of the U.S. military is a show of force, its presence. So yeah, no, it makes sense that they have radios. Absolutely, it makes sense that they have radios, and it makes sense that they have the nicest and the top of the radios. But like for us plebes, for us goobers that are just like, you know, talking about prepping of how do I get home to save my wife and kids before, you know, someone else gets there. You know, how do I, you know, for us that are just like talking about like, oh, my vehicle broke down, or oh, shit hits the fan, or oh, the grid went down. You know, I need to get from A to B. Like, what are you using your radio for? Who are you talking to? Why? Like, once again, I have not gotten a good answer for this, and I'm just sick of spending money on radio equipment for it to fucking break, guys. I feel like it's such a waste and time sink. So I guess I'm asking you guys, why? Why are we spending so much time and money on radios? I use radios to talk to my kids when they run their bikes to the grocery store. Oh yeah, no, okay. So radios are very useful in like peacetime. Absolutely. Training.
Especially open events.
Open events. We use radios a lot for open events. We use radios for land navigation, of like talking to our cadre members that are out with teams. Like, absolutely. That's radios are useful in training. Outside of training, outside of working your 9 to 5 in your construction job, or talking to construction sites, or trying to talk to, you know, truckers, whatnot. Outside of that, what's the point of radios? Yeah, no, radios are very nice for carpooling long trips. Absolutely. When Kojin and I went to Bend and we got that car, we had radios the entire time back, and it's super easy to just, hey, take this next left turn. I got to take a piss. Like, yeah, no, absolutely, dude. Radios are great for like permissive shit like that. But like beyond that, why? So maybe this is like a rant that like nobody thought that we were going to get into. Maybe this is an unnecessary rant, but I think radios are a fucking waste of money, dude. Like, beyond a waterproof radio that's like one step up from the UV5R, which, by the way, the Baofeng UV5R is a piece of fucking shit. I will fight anyone that tries to tell me that the UV5R is a good radio. It's a fucking piece of shit, worthless Chinese fucking... Oh, I almost did a fucking racism. It is a crap radio, and I have watched so many of them die from a mild mist. Do not get the UV5R. They're for children. It's a toy. Like, the UV5R is not an actual useful fucking radio. It is a joke. It is for children, and that is it. It is something that you buy as like a standoff. It's something you hand off to somebody that you don't fucking like. Like, no. Piece of shit fucking radio. I've watched so many of them die. They are worthless. If you are going to get a radio, at least get like the Radioddity GS5B. That is like the minimum, like bottom of the barrel fucking radio that I will ever get. And that's just for training. Sir, this is an anti-racism chat.
Branding.
All right, so we got some super chats over here on Rumble. I wish the gun tube would focus less on speed shooting on a flat range with CQB overtones and all equipped focused on that and more on patrolling minimum gear, not from Russia as the source. Bulk stores on whistles and training. Their use is underrated. The NVA used this in great success. Yeah, so that's actually something that we've dove into a little bit, and I've actually bought quite a few of. I don't have any here, but if we're trying to move quietly, if we're trying to move through the the woods, clickers are absolutely underrated. Clickers, I think, like the World War II style clickers, I have a brass one at my house. I think the brass ones, in my opinion, are the best. They get the best click, but you can get dog clickers too. But that is probably the best way of communication without going to psst, psst, hi, hi, psst, psst, hi. Okay, what's one step above the GS5 Bravo? Oh, what's that other fucking radio that I have? Hold on. There's another radio that I just bought recently, but like the reason that I don't use that one is I don't like the antenna and it's just so fucking bulky. I have nowhere to put it on my kit. So then I just wind up with a you know what? You know what's something else that getting into radios that drives me absolutely fucking insane? Before I'll look up the what's the next radio past the GS5B. The GS5B is like essentially my main go-to. Another huge issue that I have with radios is the amount of men that don't need to have a radio, that aren't, and I'm going to say this, aren't important enough in the scenario or on the battlefield to need a fucking radio. Not everyone needs a radio. And you know what? If anything, going forward, especially with open events and especially with like rucking and going off-road, I'm going to start taking radios away from people, actually, because the amount of people that don't understand that you negligently discharging the PTT on your radio is going to get everyone fucking killed. The amount of men that hot mic, the amount of men that will have a disconnected PTT, so it's actually on a push to talk, or the radio itself. The amount of men on open events, open land navs, open rucks that accidentally press their mic and then will they don't even know it, but it's wedged somewhere in their kit, and now everyone that's on comms that was trying to talk to each other, everyone is now listening to your dumbass conversation that you're talking with the person next to you, and we all now get to hear the dumb shit that you were just talking about, that you thought you were just talking about with you and that person, but now everyone on that channel gets to hear that embarrassing ass fucking story that you didn't want everyone to tell because you don't know how to properly secure your radio and not accidentally press the push to everyone button, and now everyone got to hear that story about you. So, once again, not everyone needs a fucking radio. Not only that, I'd say the vast majority of people don't need a radio at all. UV5Rs are the worst about this. Oh my God. Shameless plug for my website. I don't sell radios. Backlash 25 gets you free shipping. Go on my website and buy some military surplus. or don't, whatever. I don't care. But yes, radios are, in my opinion, do significantly more harm than they do good. In all of my experience, I've seen radios do more harm than good. Even when I was in the Army, I don't know how many fucking times I saw and witnessed our radios go down in our trucks and us revert to cell phones. Like, dude, radios are just a fucking nuisance. They're such a... I have, like, a strong hate for radios. The knife hand is out. But it's tactical, though. Yeah, it's yeah, you know, radios are tactical until your entire team just cannot stop accidentally pressing the fucking button. And now everyone that was listening or anyone that was looking for a signal now knows exactly where your fucking team is. And they got to hear the entire embarrassing ass story that you decided to, you know, hey, at least the hand mic was close to your face, so everyone got to hear the story fully unmuffled. Just bring your own cell tower, bro. Duh. Just ruck your own cell tower in. Got to go to the gym now. Love you. K, thanks. Bye. PS push-ups. Thank you, Tarbers.
Did you super chat that?
He did super chat that.
All right.
Yeah, bro. Stop using radios and just get telepathy.
I don't have the push-up camera set up.
That's fine. This is a perfect opportunity for me to take off my coat anyway. I was getting toasty. Toasty. If you're watching 25 push-ups, let's go. Push-ups!
Oh, 22. 22, I'm like, I don't like this anymore. But I'm going to do the other 2 or 3, and I'm right there. It's like,
I am, in fact, wearing ODGG surplus. I'm not going to lie. I pretty much don't go anywhere in the winter months without wearing one of these marine waffle tops. They breathe so well. It is ridiculous. I don't know. I swear these were made out of just like magic and love.
those have pockets. I'm like,
They also have, they also have pockets.
yeah, the Army one does not.
Like, dude, the marine waffle top, like, it's just perfect. It keeps you warm, but it breathes, so you're not sweating your ass off. It's that sweet spot, man. I'm not even trying to shill it at a certain point. I'm just like, no, this is mine.
I had an awkward encounter at the pet store with my waffle top. I was wearing it, and the guy, I don't know if Jack can hear me, but I was wearing my waffle top, and the guy that worked there recognized it. He was like, "Oh, hey, I love that shirt. I was in the Marines." He's like, "Did you serve?" And I was like, "Yeah." And then I forgot to clarify that I was not a Marine. And then I left, and after I realized I left, I was like, "Oh, fuck." So I don't think I can ever go back, basically.
You should have gave him a sticker.
I didn't have any on me.
You're officially a Marine now.
I'll
Jack.
bring a sticker with me next time.
Actually, hey, I gave out all my stickers when we were doing flood shit. Could you go get me some more stickers, please, from my wallet before I forget?
One of our stickers is on the same bag, son.
USMC waffle tops have pockets. Yes, they do. Like, these are just the best waffles in existence. And do you know what? These waffles, unlike radios, these won't get you killed. These won't let everyone in your near vicinity know where you are.
We are almost out of stock again, unless we got any more.
We're almost out of stock again?
No, bro.
Fuck, man.
Hit up our review yet.
Dude, we just can't keep these shits in stock. It's going to be the exact same. Dude, honestly, like, I kind of feel bad sometimes because, like, I market some of my favorite stuff, like, too much, and then it oversells, and then people get mad at me for us not having enough inventory. And I'm just like, that's not my fault. Y'all fuckers keep buying it. Like, what? Don't be mad at me. Be mad at my customers for buying all of it. I don't know. I'm getting as much as I can, man. I don't tell you.
Shh.
Oh, weren't fast enough.
So with
No, not blue waffles. Bad. Bad. No. No.
The army ones do not have pockets, but they're true to size. The green ones, or green.
Okay, yeah, but I love these ones because,
They're oversized, yeah.
like, I love the oversizedness. I think it's great. Jack mentioned radios. Don't you do it. Don't you do it. I got here as soon as I heard the complaining. Bro, I will turn this entire chat around. I don't even know what the fuck that means. I'll figure it out and then do it. Just got my Philby Ruck kit and a bunch of goodies today. Ordered on Saturday. ODGG shit was quick. Based. Hey, speaking of, can you also grab me one of the Condition 3 Philbies? I want to try to, because I was going to take one home and sew that up, but I want to do that. I was thinking about maybe, like, I don't know, maybe this, like, one day this weekend I'll kick off into the hills and do a live stream with just, like, no talking and just ambiance of me sewing a pack. That was the idea, at least. The Flectarn overalls or coveralls or suspenders, whatever you want to call them, are hands down the best waterproof gear that we have. It is also the cheapest waterproof gear that we have. It is honestly unreal how good those waterproof suspenders are that we sell for $20. Like, it does not make sense how they're so damn good. I don't get it. Thank you, thank you. Oh, you got me one of the less schwacked ones. There's worse schwacked ones than this.
That's actually a more schwacked one.
It is?
Yeah, the first one I grabbed.
Oh, I saw like the other ones were like all the way across. I can work with this though. We got some Condition 3 bags in. They're like super cheap, but they've seen better days. So they're Condition 3 and it comes with a sewing kit. So I'm gonna make some videos of me sewing this up, which honestly, like for the price and like the little amount of effort that you'd have to put into to make this usable, it's so worth it, dude. It's so worth it. I think the only thing that when buying these Condition 3s with the sewing kit, the only thing that like, you know, is probably gonna be a deterrent for a lot of people is how fucking lazy you are. Cause like, I mean, this is such a deal, but you're just fucking lazy. And you probably don't want to sew it. But if you do want to sew it, this is such a fucking deal. But yeah, I'm gonna do some content of me sewing, because you know what? Sewing is just I think sewing's peaceful. I like sewing. Bought that shit not from him, had it for years, still using it. Based. Weakness leaves the body in bruises and scabs. Agreed. Yeah, no, so many people are like, it's incredible how lazy some people are. Where I'm like, hey, look, you can get this at like a significantly cheaper price if you buy one of the schwacked ones and just repair it a little bit. And like the amount of men that don't know how to sew. And like I've never taken a sewing class. I've never been taught how to sew. I was issued a sewing kit when I was in the Army. And some things rip and tear, and you just have to sew them. Like, you don't have an option. You don't have a choice. It's just like, oh, yeah, right there. Sewing is out of necessity. You do it, and you figure it out. Like, sewing is, in my opinion, like, really, really fucking easy, man. Like, it's unbelievable how easy sewing is. Exactly. But like it's the same. No, same thing with sewing. It's just like if you don't know how to sew, just keep doing it until that hole stops becoming a hole. Just, like start from one side and just keep like pull it tight every single time and just like, you know, leave. I'm gonna make some content on it, but like I don't like I said, I can do whatever I want on this channel now because I realize that, you know what. Fuck it. It's barely going to get any views anyway. I might as well just do whatever the hell on this channel because, like, meh, whatever. Well, I still want to be monetized, but, like, I acknowledge that, like, you know, I can just do, like, low-effort content on this channel now, and it's just, like, whatever. Like, meh. Yeah, whatever. Oh, is it live? Jax, we live? All right, guys. Should I push it out as well or just put it on stream?
Put the stream and
I mean, you're right, but like, I just didn't know if we had a game plan. All right, guys. German wool blankets are currently live on the website. We are doing a pre-sale. So if you guys are watching, you are the first ones to be told that we have German wool blankets that are available. If you guys didn't get one last time, or hell, you got one and you're like, oh shit, these things slap, I'd go get you another one. If you guys don't have at least like, I'd say like 4, you're probably wrong.
We got 100 on the pre-sale.
Well, I'm just trying to think like
on Monday.
if I, like, I'm trying to think like how many German wool blankets I would want if I was starting from like 0. Like, I'm saying 4 because I'd want at least 2 for my house and then 1 for my wife's car and 1 for my car. Like, I'm thinking 4. I mean, you could probably get away with 2. But, like, at a minimum, I think that you need to have a wool blanket in the back of your car.
Keep 2 people warm.
Especially in the winter months, you need to have a wool blanket in the back of your car. And a German wool blanket is, that's the one. What cunt disliked the video? It was me. I am my biggest hater. $150 for a blanket. Tell me more about this. It's the best blanket you'll ever use, and you won't return it because no one ever has. Use it once. One cold winter night with that wool blanket. That soft, cozy, queen-sized wool blanket. Use it one cold night, and I won't be, if I come to your house and tell you, give me it, here's $150, give it back, you will tell me to go fuck myself. That German wool blanket, you will not sell it, you won't give it away, you are going to struggle letting anyone borrow it or even sharing it because it's that damn good. It is the best blanket you've ever used, hands down, comes from the warmest and fuzziest and softest sheep that Germany could produce. It is why it say 99 in the pics, because once upon a time we were able to get them a lot cheaper. There's less and less of them, and unfortunately we have to pay more, and so do you guys. I don't know where it says 99. I think one of the first batches we were selling for $99.
I'm on the website right now. I see $129.99, which is not what they're going for. We're trying to fix that.
I don't know.
Are they? Wait, do we have another one?
Me mom was made into a blanket.
How long were your mom's shoes?
Me mom used the German wool blanket in the holly. Second collage pick. Yeah, I'm not seeing what you're seeing, Haas. Maybe I'm crazy.
The shop app, maybe?
I don't know. Me mom was a lampshade in the holly. It was a good song, I'm not going to lie. It was a good song. It shouldn't have been a good song, but it was a good song.
Oh, right here.
Don't delete that. I'm going to save it, change the price, and then upload it. Or re-upload it, I mean. I ain't gonna lie, man. Like, and I've seen quite a few people, you know, like say like, oh, this used to cost this X amount of years ago. Why is this price now? And I'm like, dude, have you not noticed the cost of everything has gone up? Like,
How much is a cheeseburger?
yeah, like, dude, have you not gone anywhere and seen that the price of literally everything is more expensive? And it's like, there's nothing I can do about it, bro. I have to pay more for it. You have to pay more for it. It's like everything is just more expensive now. There's nothing I can do to somehow avoid this. I wish I could. I wish that I could somehow magically make it so things just didn't go up in price. But they do. And that's just Remove media, yes. It's just like there's nothing you can do about it. Dude, that's okay. So that's the funny thing when people like complain about the German wool blankets being $150, and it's like, bro, for what you're getting, like $150, like it's worth so much more than $150, man. I'm telling you, that German wool blanket is worth like $271 max. $149.99. No, I would pay so much more. Now I'm glad I don't have to, but I'm just saying, like, I would pay more. I think it's worth more than $150. $300. Take it or leave it. Discount code second pick collage. Yeah, no, exactly. Like, you know, people like you're getting mad at me, and it's like, hey, do you remember when Mosins were $99? Yeah, that's not really a thing anymore, is it? It's the same thing. I recently just got a 1989 Toyota Corolla all-wheel drive manual wagon, and I found it for $4,000. Which is unreal, dude. Finding a vehicle right now for $4,000 is wild, especially in the condition that I found it in. And I saw people that were telling me that I got robbed and that there's no reason that a 1989 Toyota Corolla wagon should cost $4,000. And I'm just like, hey, man, when was the last time that you bought a car? Because, like, people were saying, like, oh, that car is worth, like, $600, $900 tops. And it's like, hey, do you know that things still cost money? Like, when was the last time you bought a fucking car, boomer? Like, no, cars are not $900 still. I'm sorry, but, like, hey, the times, they are a-changin'. How many Baofangs for a wool blanket? Go fuck yourself. That's funny, though. That's funny. Yeah, no, the classic car market is like, dude, it's it's unreal. And the fact that people just don't understand it. They just don't get it. It's like, yeah, man, things are getting more expensive. And do you know what? My surplus over the next year, like more than likely everything is going to go up in price in the next year. Because it's going to get harder for me to find things. Not only that, but inflation is a son of a bitch. You know, the fact that the Federal Reserve just printed another $7 billion. And it's like, what? You don't think that that's going to make everything go up in price? Like, dude, everything is about to go up in price so much. If you're complaining, the shipping code was backlash25 for free shipping. This dude knows his dollars. Your money's worthless. Learn to sew. Based. Okay. I'm going to...
Trent's wife watching.
Probably.
Yeah, tell her that it comes, like, I can drop it off.
Did she pay for shipping?
Yeah. Wait, hold up. I bet she just messaged me.
If you are local to me, stop buying from my website. You can email us and come pick it up in person if you're cool. Don't be weird. I would rather do a person-to-person transfer for your surplus. Yes, silver is $71 currently. Absolutely bonkers. Yeah, no, so like everything's going to get more expensive. Everything's going to get more expensive. More expensive, more expensive, more expensive. And you guys are going to have to fucking get used to it, man. Like the amount of people that just don't understand that like shit's expensive and it's just getting worse. What do you think about TRT? I like the concept of TRT. I do not trust anyone making that shit. I don't trust the pharmaceuticals. I don't trust the government. I don't trust fucking anyone. I am not injecting unknown fluids into my body. After COVID-19 specifically, I don't trust anyone. I don't trust that shit. So no, I'm not injecting my body with a needle that I don't know what's fucking in it, especially after COVID-19. Just no. I'm not doing that. I'm not getting on TRT because I have no idea what's in that syringe. This dude knows his big pharma fluids. Something like that. No, it's not that don't sell it for 10 years. Dude, that's...
What?
That'd be such a long game.
Of not selling what?
Hold on to the German wool blankets for 10 years. That's a long game right there.
Yeah, but like,
But what about bull semen injections? Dude, I'm not injecting... I'm not putting a needle into my body. I'm just not. Like, you know, no. The COVID kind of ruined that. I'm not getting on testosterone.
I'm not saying anything.
I'm not doing steroids again. I've done steroids once. It was not the fucking move. Don't recommend it. Hard pass. And I don't recommend any of you guys doing steroids at all. I don't recommend TRT. I don't recommend steroids. I don't recommend testosterone. I don't recommend estrogen. I do not recommend you pumping and injecting artificial hormones into your body. Like, not only does your body not know how to react to that, your brain doesn't know how to react to that. Everything of you does not know how to react to that. You spend so much time trying to get into like some sort of balance once you get on one of those chemicals. And then once you get off of it, it is so much longer trying to come back down to some kind of center, trying to get your body back into like the swing of things before you were on said, you know, testosterone, whatever. Like I'm just not. Hey, if you're doing TRT because of injury, you know what? And if you're on TRT or if you're on any one of these things and that's your move and that's what you want to do, you do you, boo-boo. I'm telling you why I won't be doing any of these fucking things. I don't know what's in it. I don't trust it. I don't want to take any sort of chemicals that are like highly and like hardcore altering my mood, my emotions, my body's chemistry. No. I'm 19. I spent $1,500 on silver at $40. Based. Good for you. That's awesome. Yeah, I'm going to fight the government 1 second. I need to inject my TRT that I got from Big Pharma. Yep. Can you talk about plate carriers for a second? They suck. I hate them. I hate everything about them. There's nothing I like about plate carriers. I loathe plate carriers. I loathe running in plate carriers. I loathe sitting in plate carriers. I loathe walking in plate carriers. I loathe rucking in plate carriers. I hate plate carriers. Plate carriers suck ass. Nothing about plate carriers is fun. Everyone that simps for plate carriers is retarded. That's not true. I hate plate carriers, though. I understand the hype of it, and I understand that, like, so many men think that, like, oh, I'm wearing a plate carrier now. I'm somehow more protected. I'm somehow less vulnerable to gunshots, even though statistically it's over 80% of all gunshot wounds are in the limbs. And I forget the exact statistic of it, but, like, the amount of your body that's actually protected by plates is very small. And then the amount of weapons that, you know, a plate carrier or your plates are actually going to stop is, once again, very small. Selling my T-Rex Arms plate carrier because they're weirdos now. I don't know. I still have all of my stuff from T-Rex Arms. I'm not going to just sell it. It still works. It's not going to, just, like, stop working because I bought it from a specific company. That's why you plate the rest of your body. Why didn't I think of that? You know what? I hated it being maneuverable as it was, man. I'm just gonna plate carrier my entire body and then not move. Why did I think of that? Trex made a nice holster. I actually have a T-Rex Arms holster right here. Okay, YouTube, this is just a holster. This is plastic. Okay. This is my T-Rex Arms holster. Hey, look, there's a logo for the company that I sell. I also sell this flag and this sticker. I also sell all these chem lights.
And the flag.
And the flag.
Especially.
Especially the flag. I just have no interest in wearing their stuff. No, that's fine, but like, I don't care. Yeah, ODGG. Oof. Oh. I don't know what that means. But based. Based in ODGG pilled. Actually, Ian, can you grab my plate carrier quick?
Your plate carrier?
Yeah. The M81.
Oh, okay, that one.
Every holster I get is garbage, and I go back to my leather. Ew. Just wear belts with duct tape instead of a plate carrier. Win re-release Banandolier. What's up?
I didn't even know you had plates still in it.
Yeah, I put plates back in it. I need to put the pouches back on this thing. I don't know if you guys are even going to be able to see this thing. This is currently my plate carrier. It is a LBT plate carrier. I currently have this set up for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I only got 5 mag pouches on this so far. And then, oh, no, 6, 7. It's fine. And then I've got the Haley Strategic flat pack on here with a bunch of like zip cuffs and shit like that. We were doing CQB shit here recently, and
Do you have side soft armor?
no, this has the clip away attachment though. Yeah, I need to. I took a bunch of pouches off this recently that I need to put back on. One thing I used to run with this was a belt, and I kind of got away from belts for a little bit. But I think I'm gonna set up another urban setup just because we've been trying a little bit more of CQB recently. But like that's another thing when it comes to like plate carriers, is that like the vast majority of people are never gonna put on a plate carrier for any fucking reason ever. And I think so many people, like much like radios, so many people have like got themselves in this like very hyper specific scenario, and they're just like, oh, I need this thing because that's going to keep me alive and shit hits the fan. And so many people like just, I don't know, man, they hype themselves up of like why I need this. You don't need a German wool blanket if you have a furry suit ready to checkmate chuds. Furry suit made of wool sounds awful. What chest rig you running? Costco jeans back pocket. No, unironically though, like the last I don't know, the last like 6 months or so, I've been training so much more without tactical kit. I've been training a lot more with just out of my pockets or out of my get home backpack. And like that is like the main things that I've been like when I go to the range recently, like I'm not putting on like extra like magazine pouches and whatnot on my belt, because what I realized was the only time that I ever have magazine pouches on my belt is when I'm going to the range. There's no other scenario. There's no other time that I would ever throw that on or that I would ever have that with me. So I've just started reloading from pocket. I've started reloading from my get home bag because realistically, that's what I'm probably going to be wearing or have. So like, you know, and that was something else that I was asking like a year ago of like, how many scenarios, like so much of this tactical kit that I have, how many scenarios am I ever in this shit? Like, why do I have this? Especially belts. I've never thrown on a belt, dude. I never throw on a belt. And I was like, why do I have this? Why am I using this? I'm not going to use this. I train naked because that's how I wake up at night. Based? No, I'd say that, you know, at the end of the day, like you should be training in what you realistically are going to have. And that's another reason, yesterday when we were at the range, the other dude that I was with, he was reloading, in a way that like didn't make sense. And I was like, you know, why would you ever do that? Or no, it wasn't that he was reloading. He was starting the drill in a way where I'm just like, well, do you ever have a chamber in your rifle when you're at home? He's like, well, no. I'm like, well, why would you start the drill with a round already in your chamber? You know, like realistically, My rifle is going to be on my back. I'm going to have to get my rifle off of my back, rack around, and then go into the drill. And we sat there and he didn't say anything for a little bit. He's like, that makes a lot of sense. I was like, yeah, I mean, and there's a lot of range theatrics that, if you can justify it, it does make sense. If you're strictly doing something at the range that is specifically just for, okay, I'm just trying to train 2R2s, and I'm going to stand here in open, and I'm just going to train reloading, and that's all I'm doing. I'm not worrying about, the rest of the drill where I actually have to get at the gun, rack around, and yada, yada, yada. I'm just trying to train the mechanics of my rifle, then, that makes sense. But at the end of the day, can you justify what you're doing and why you're doing it? If you're physically taking rounds, you're in a tight spot. Yeah.
There's fundamental drills, and then there's, stress sheet drills.
Yep. Shower gun.
You should start with fundamentals, obviously.
Who needs bandoliers when you can just use a Walmart shopping bag? I guess. But that is why I think bandoliers are a great asset of, it's something that you can just grab really quick, throw over your shoulder, and go. Because in a quick reaction scenario, which more than likely you're going to be in a quick reaction scenario, is that you just grab what you have around you, throw it over your shoulders, and you go. And that's why I love, my get home bag and my setup around my get home bag is that it's I can work out of it. I can shoot out of it. I can maneuver out of it. I can sleep out of it. I love my setup. Arguably, why 22 conversion kit when you can buy a MP22 for that price? So the 22 conversion kit is super useful because you are training specifically your AR and how you have your AR set up. If you are going to be getting a MP22, that means a couple of things. That if you have the MP22, you're now training all of the mechanics and you're training everything with that rifle now. Not only that, you can take an MP22 upper with you out in the hills or with you on the day-to-day. But the one huge thing that I love about the 22 conversion kits is that with me right now, I have a 22 conversion kit in the top pouch of my get home bag. And then I have 2 magazines of 22 and a separate pouch of 22. And I can easily just take only that conversion kit and swap out the bolt in my AR, and now I'm shooting 22. So, yeah, for training, I mean, MP22 is not a bad thing. I'm not going to, hate on the MP22. I do think that it's useful. But if you wanted to go that route, then you're not going to be able to always have 22 on you. And while I'm out in the hills, I've had multiple instances now where I've swapped to a 22 conversion kit to get small game. So while you're out in the mountains and you're going to be out there for, days or weeks or what have you, now you can use your 22 conversion kit. You can be extremely, extremely quiet in comparison to a 5.56. That is another thing that people don't talk about, the usefulness of a 22 conversion kit running suppressor ammo that's 45 grain, is that is astronomically quieter. You don't even need a suppressor to be damn near whisper quiet. So you now have that capability on you all the time as opposed to an MP22. Now, that being said, I always have a 5.56 AR with me, so this makes sense for me. I have been able to kind of justify it for me. If that doesn't work for you, then it doesn't work for you, and that's fine. But the 22 conversion kit, and I have a short that's got 200,000 something views on the YouTube channel. You guys can flip down through that of how quick and fast it is to take out your AR bolt and put a 22 bolt in, and now you're shooting 22. Huck and I have also done a 5,000 round burn down test on the 22 conversion kits. They're surprisingly reliable. But I think it's just more or less that you can always have 22 with you as a backup for your 5.56 as opposed to carrying an entire MP22. Now, if it's just for training and it's just for going to the range and plinking, then an MP22 might not be a bad solution because now you're going to be able to have a dedicated 22 rifle that's set up for 22. It's more than likely going to be a little bit more reliable as well. But what I really like about the 22 conversion kits is now I'm getting reps on my rifle how I have my rifle set up. And it's my exact rifle. Now you could set up the MP22, right? With how was your barrel after that test? It was very dirty. It was absolutely very dirty. That's another thing when you're training with the 22 conversion kits that you need to make sure at the end of every single one of your range days, you want to end your range day with at least one mag of 5.56. For a couple of reasons. So one, if you're running a mag at the end of your range day, so if you're doing a whole range day with 22, you end the range day with 5.56, you're going to do two things. You are going to clean out your gas block with that 5.56. That is arguably the most important thing, is making sure that your gas block doesn't get gunked up by that 22. That will happen. I've done it myself. I can attest that will happen. If you go a couple thousand rounds without cleaning your gas block or shooting 5.56, you will gunk up that gas block. So not only are you cleaning out your gas block by shooting 5.56 at the end of your range day, but also you're making sure that you're not getting too used to the recoil of 22. So 22 and 5.56, they do recoil similar. It's not like a massive difference, but you do need to get behind your gun a little bit more. You need to hold your gun a little bit more. You need to put more effort, not a lot, but a little bit more effort with 5.56 and making sure that you're actually getting quality shots and you're actually taking your time and putting in the effort as opposed to 22. Now, it's not a massive difference, right? But it is enough a difference. No different than, I would say, comparison for me that I've also noticed is shooting a 9mm. Mine was a Glock 19 Gen 4. So shooting 9mm, 147 grain out of a comp or a suppressor versus 115 with no comp, no suppressor. You are going to notice a decent amount of recoil difference, and it's going to mess you up depending on how much you've trained behind that in your anticipation for that recoil. The 22s don't function with subsonic either. That is not true. You just have to make sure that you have high enough grain with the subsonic. Most of the quiet ammo is going to be 32 and 35 grain. Not all of the quiet ammo is 40 grain or 45. If your guys are trying to get your 22, the quiet ammo, if you guys are trying to get 22 quiet ammo specifically for suppressors, you want to be shooting that 45 grain. That 45 grain has a little bit more ass behind it. It's running a little bit slower. It's got a bit more chud, but it's going to be significantly quieter. It is going to be, I'm talking like you can tell the difference between regular 22, suppressor 22, and then quiet 22. That suppressor 45 grain 22, that's the kind of stuff you guys want. CCI and Winchester both make suppressor 22. I would also say that the CCI clean 22 suppressor ammo, probably a little bit better than the Winchester stuff. I do really like the Winchester stuff though, but the CCI suppressor clean ammo is probably the best on the market. I still need to do a little bit more testing, compare and contrast between the Winchester and the CCI. Ruger Mark IVs are also absolutely fantastic when it comes to a 22 handgun. The only issue with the Ruger Mark IV going back and forth between training with a Ruger Mark IV and a Glock 19 is that the grip angle is significantly different, and I do sometimes wish that I would have just got the Glock 44. I can still get a Glock 44, that's the 22 variant of the Glock, just so I can make sure that I'm continuously training that same grip angle, because with a handgun, you might not think about it, but if you're at the range a lot, and you're presenting with different handguns and they have different grip angles, then when you're punching out, you find that it starts messing you up pretty quickly if you're training with different guns and you're trying to find your irons, find your red dot. So that is something that definitely messes me up a lot, is training with different guns with different grip angles on handguns. Let's see. The 22 takedowns are, oh man, a canned Charger 22 takedown SBR peak home. No, absolutely. That is a nasty home defense gun, or even just quiet gun in general. The Ruger 2245. Yeah, no, the Ruger 2245, that's the same tactical variant that I have with the 1911 grip. And I do love it. I absolutely do. But yeah, no, the grip angle from the Mark IV versus a Glock is a little bit different. I will say though, if you have a Ruger Mark IV and you're going back and forth in that, and like a 1911 or a 2011, oh dude, you're so in. You are so in. But yeah, no. Overall, I would say, I guess like long rant come to summary. 22 is goated in the sauce, especially if you are a poor boy. Cannot recommend training with 22 enough. If you guys are really, really struggling for cash, the 22 conversion kits are just fantastic. Another great thing about the 22 conversion kit versus an MP22 is the MP22 is technically another firearm of which you need to, get registered or what have you, whatnot. The CMMG 22 conversion kit is just over the counter. You can order that straight to your house, comes straight to your door, not a firearm at all. And there is something I like. Yes, ad reads. Thank you, Optrix. If you guys were not tracking, if you guys did not see, the German wool blankets are available on the website again. Go get you one. They are currently 150 schmeckles. As this is a pre-release, you guys probably have a little bit of time to get in there. Once I start advertising and marketing this around, we will see how long they actually they last. You know what? I'm gonna let the Telegram know now. German wools on pre-sale. Go get you one, or don't. Don't. Can I spell? Good Lord. Well, I can't read. Okay. And well, bam, that's an ad. I did a heck an advertisement. Have you done a video on your get home bag, or is it the same as your Philby Assault? My Philby Assault is my get home bag, and that's everything that was in that that video is more or less what I usually keep on me on the day to day. There's some things that I take out, like sometimes there's always going to be things in your kit that you rotate out, and there's some things where it's like, okay, I was really about this week, and then next week I'm not. Oh, sorry, bud, I am not a Marine vet. I am an Army vet. I just absolutely love and adore Marine surplus because the Marines hands down had the best surplus, or the best gear overall, and there's just no ifs, ands, or buts about that. Marine surplus is just the best. Well, crap. Okay, Marine surplus is the best NATO surplus. I would say that German surplus is probably the best overall. Business idea: quit saying or don't, or after get you one. No, I'm gonna keep saying or don't. I think it's not only do I've seen a couple of people Germans NATO. Fuck. Okay, when I said NATO, I meant like US. Okay. So, fuck you. Okay, so Marines are the best American surplus. German is the best not American surplus. I don't know, whatever. After your video, I bought a Philby Assault. It's my favorite pack, even over the Everly stock packs. So fun fact that you mentioned that. So I mixed, and if you guys didn't see that in my video, I mixed the Philby and the Everly stock pack. So it's the Everly stock bag itself. I ripped out everything for the cummerbund on that, and then I actually got one of the waist belts from Everly Stock. You can go onto Everly Stock's website and you can order just their waist belts, and then you can mod one of the Philbies to have their waist belts with all the molly on it, so you can now run it as kind of like a mix between a belt kit and an assault pack. I'm absolutely in love with mine. I don't know how many videos that I can make on it where people are still going to care. I mean, I could just beat the dead horse, until the ends of the days. But I absolutely love my Philby Assault Pack. It's just fantastic. It's a challenge when you say or don't. It's psychology. No, I enjoy. What was the discount code? Discount code for free shipping is backlash25 for free shipping. Go get you something, or don't, whatever. I don't care. So the thing with saying do this or don't, whatever, is that it's kind of like giving people this option that they're not used to getting, because so many people are so unbelievably used to being told to do things, and they're so used to being marketed at in this very unnatural way of like everyone telling you that you need this and 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 you need this. And so I'm trying to give people that same kind of, hey, I'm selling this. You can buy it, but you don't have to. So buy it or don't, whatever. And yeah, motherfuckers uppity at the or don't. No, I'm not gonna stop doing it. I love saying or don't. I love people giving people the option that they don't even need them. Get them while you can, boys. Like every other hot commodity, the price is going up and the supply is going down. In a decade, you'll look back at this and laugh or cry. Dude, that's so fucking true. People are going to look back right now on the German wool blankets being $150, and they're like, fuck, dude, that was $150. There's so many pieces of surplus right now that we are going to look back on in the same way that we look on the SKSs, in the same way that we look at the Mosins. You know, we're going to look back on this. We're like, wow, dude, I can't believe I really slept on those. Man, I should have bought a fucking pallet, bro. We're going to look back on German wool blankets. We're going to look back on the M81 Woobies. We're going to look back on so many pieces of surplus in the same way as like Bitcoin, of like, dude, I really slept on that. Like, that was how much? Man, that was how much in 2025? Fuck, man. I would have bought a pallet if I would have known. It's going to be the same thing. 5 years ago, silver was $18 an ounce or $16 an ounce. Dude, that's wild. That's wild to think that silver was $16 an ounce. Now it's 71. 71, bro. Ugh. Dude, I had offers for multiple crates of Mosins for $1,000. Like, looking back on that, dude, like, dude, Mosins were so cheap. Do you guys even remember how inexpensive Mosin Nagants were? Dude, that was insane. I am older, and my first AK was $99, and it came with a Spam can of ammo. Dude, I remember a story my grandpa was telling me about when AKs like first started like making it into the market in the U.S. And he was talking about like there was a one of the local mercantiles. They started selling the AKs, and dudes were coming back saying that their AKs were defective because they were all full auto, and they were like, and it was funny because, and he was saying like how stupid people were that they were bringing their full auto AKs back. Like, hey man, this ain't supposed to do this. Why? I pulled the trigger and it just keeps going. Like, you take this back, it's defective. And they gave him a full refund and then upped the price and sold it to somebody else. I'm like, dude, can you imagine like full crates of full auto AKs and all these like old fuds and boomers just like, why does this thing shoot so dang fast? I've seen what you've done for other people, God. And I'm like sitting there and I'm like, I realize I wasn't born yet for this story, but it should have been me. To be fair, semi-auto AKs can go full auto. You know what I mean. Man, I remember when Mosins were $69. Dude, it's going to be the exact same way with German wool blankets. It's going to be the same way with German wool blankets and the Woobies. And that's another thing. Is like all these M81 Woobies, like I've been talking to the other company owners and like, man, there's not a whole lot of these things left. Like the new old stock, like maybe a year, 2 years, and you're never going to fucking see them again. You are like, the fact that so many people sleep on new old stock M81 poncho liners right now is wild, because like as soon as we're sold out of these, I think we've got one more shipment maybe, and then who fucking knows if we'll ever see them again, because they cracked one warehouse in Louisiana that just had, it was like tens of it was like 200,000 I think it was of new old stock whoobies that like just like fell off some fucking list, and it was just like, oh, okay, didn't know this was here. Yeah, and like so much shit like that. It's just like, hey, when it's gone, it's gone. On this flip side, my AR I got in 1994 was a used Olympic Arms Car 15. Cost me $800. Oh, that's so cool. But also, also, I was 3 in 1994. Get bandoliers while they're cheap. No, and dude, the ACU bandoliers are probably always gonna be cheap. I don't see those going anywhere. I ain't gonna hold you. Not gonna lie, I don't want a whoopee because I'm gonna make my own with wool. Now you say that. What you actually want to do is you want to take a whoopee, sew that onto the inside of your wool blanket, and then take both of them, fold them over, fold the zipper into it. Whoopee lined zipper wool blanket, bro. Ooh, man, that'd be the comfiest fucking sleep you've ever slept in the history of slumber. Damn, I'm a whole year older than Gorilla. Aha, you're old. You're old. So that's how you got to do it, is that like anybody that's older than you, you're the oldest person that's ever existed. Anyone that's younger than you, you're literally 12. And that's how things work.
Over there being punk.
What was that?
Over there being punk.
Dude, it's so wild because like I know that like thinking on it, like boomers like do the same thing, right? Of like, you know, like, man, I can't believe it, man. It feels like yesterday. I was the young buck. And I'm like, shut up, old man. And now I'm sitting here like, fuck, dude. Like I was the brand new private like yesterday, man. I was 18 and I was dumb and didn't know what to do. And I was like, somebody come over here and like, can I hold somebody's pocket? Like, and now motherfuckers looking at me like for like advice and wisdom and shit. And I'm like, I don't know what I'm doing. Yeah, I'm like, oh fuck. You think I know what I'm doing? Oh.
Who the fuck's in charge here?
Yeah, who the fuck's in charge here? I'm like, oh, it's me. Oh. Well, fuck. What about us boomers? Apparently I am one now. Shit. No, it's wild. Like the young bucks. I just turned 34. Hey, what's up, nigga? Same here. Oh shit. Damn, I turned 35 in 2026. Dang, I'm like old. Oh God, I'm unk. Oh, what happened? How did I get here?
35, that's middle age.
No. Am I middle aged? Is 35 middle aged? Shit. Man, I was like, my wife was asking me like, it was something about like my goals when I'm like in my 60s. And I was like, oh, you think I'm lasting that long? I'm like, that's cute. I'm like, oh, honey, I can't imagine doing like that. I'm only halfway through this ride. Oh God, take me out now. $78 is the average age of death. No, I'm not ready for that conversation. We don't have to do that. We don't have to do that to me. That's not necessary.
Okay.
That's not. We don't have to do that. I got one of your wool sleeping bags in a full bin forever ago. Downside, they are for midgets. Dude, that's what we found out too. It wasn't until after we sold them all, because they went like super fast too. But it wasn't until we sold them all that like we went out in the hills and started using them. They're like, oh damn, dude, these are like for little people. We didn't know this until after we sold them. But those wool sleeping bags that we were selling, those are sized. And we only had the size smalls. Yeah, dude, that was rough because it was me and Beaver went out trying to sleep in those damn things. Yeah, dude, Beaver was trying to sleep in one. And, like, in the morning, we're like, hey, man, this is dog shit, right? Like, that was dog shit. I was like, what the fuck was that? And so I went all over the internet. I tried to put out the word the best I could of like, hey, like, these suck. I'm sorry, everyone. I sold you small dog, dude. Dude, those wool sleeping bags sucked, man. They really did. They were so fucking thin. They were so fucking thin. They were thin, and they were Munchkin Village. Dude, those wool blankets were awful, man. Ah, man, what a letdown.
Why do you think you got it in a fuck bin?
Yeah, why do you think you got in a fuck bin? I was like, well, yours now. not my problem. You probably got mine. That's why I went in the fuck bin. Dude, I can't believe how bad those were, man. That was such a letdown. I wanted those to be so great. I was so excited for wool sleeping bags, and they just weren't fucking it, man.
What size is a sleeping bag?
I don't know, dude.
Why?
Sizing a sleeping bag is so wild. And, like, that was another question I had. It's like, if they were sized, why wasn't the size on the fucking bag then? Why wasn't the size on any of the bags then? Like, why'd you do this to us? Like, why'd you play us like that? Well, then again, there's so much surplus that we've got that, like, for whatever fucking reason, there's just no sizes on it. So, like, it's just all our retard monkey's ass in the fucking back with, like, trying to fucking sew, like, not sew, like, yeah, like, just trying on clothes and using all the fucking tape measures. And you're just like, what fucking size is this? That's another thing. I say that German surplus is the best. German sizing is the worst. German surplus is the best if you could figure out what fucking size you are, though. God, dude. They're like, hey, let's make small short through small long through large short through extra large short through extra large long. Let's make it a numerical system, not tell anyone what the numerical system is.
Well, no, because a 4 and 10 are the same fucking size. I swear to God.
Yeah, they're like, hey, we're gonna do this all by numbers, and we're not gonna tell anyone what the numbers mean. All right, good prank. Let's do it. Okay, run it. Make as much surplus as you can. Don't tell anyone how it fucking works, though. Fuck them.
If it's a single digit number, it's regular. If it's a double digit number,
No, it's 1 through 5.
it's a regular sizing.
Yeah, so it's 1 through 5 is like that's like the smalls, and then it goes through like short through long, and then it resets.
Yeah,
So-
that part is retarded.
Okay, yeah, no, absolutely. But that's the reason that like a size 5 and a size 10 can be almost the same, because they're both like mediums, but one's like a medium long and one's like a medium regular. So like they fit almost the same, but like the sleeves are like a little bit longer or some shit. And like that's how they decided to do that, where like every 5 it rolls over. I'm not saying it's a good system, like at all. I'm just saying that's what they did. And it's just like you're always, I wouldn't say always, but like when you're dealing with like so much other surplus, it's like hard to keep track of that one system. You sit there and you're like, what the fuck is this, man? You're like, okay, and then, okay, another huge issue too is that German soldiers that were wearing them, they will completely either like take out the size and then write in what size they think it fucking is, or they'll just black it out completely what the size was, and then they'll write in what size they think it was. So not only are we trying to fight like figuring out the sizes, but now all we have is the size that the soldier thought it was. And a lot of the times, so far from what we found, the soldier's fucking wrong, man. He's a fucking idiot. It's like, okay, well, whoever fucking thought this was an 8 should be beat, because it's not an 8.
Go write like 7 over the top of it.
Yep, and it wasn't. And it just wasn't.
It was an 8.
And you're like, that wasn't a 7, though. Like, why did you do this to me? But then again, I don't think the soldiers were like, in the time, like, man, I bet the surplus owner that's like trying to sift through this 10 years from now, man, fuck him. Like,
Exactly what they were doing.
because I know that like me, when I was in the army, I was never thinking about like, man, all this dumb shit that I'm wearing right now, this is going to be in the back of a surplus store someday. I never thought that.
No,
Like,
you know what?
never something that went through my
I
head.
feel like their version like CIF fuckery, where they get an issue when they're all fat, and then they get out when they're skinny, or vice versa. But like, you know, they lost the other pair, so they gotta like write the number.
Yup.
Like, yeah, no, it's what it is.
Yeah, I was totally an 8. Nope, that's what I was issued.
You
Yep.
issued me an 8. I didn't steal a 7.
Yeah, no, I was totally it. I'm her emotional BF. She has a physical BF too. I'm sorry. What did I just join the chat into? Because that's... What, man?
Yeah, my wife's boyfriend said I need to really put my foot down.
I let my GF date other guys. I'm her emotional BF. She has a physical BF too. I really hope that you're joking. I don't know if he's joking,
I
though.
don't want you around me.
I mean, you know, like, have fun with that, bud. You know, good luck. Have fun. Just agree with me. That's brutal, man. Germans are shorter and skinnier. Maybe. Randomly relabeling the size wrong is an uncharacteristically non-tism German thing to do. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, like, that is... But, like, once again, though, like, I highly doubt that any German soldier was like, I bet some American veteran that has a surplus store is like, yeah, I bet he's going to be having a time with this in, like, 30 years, so fuck that dude. Like, I highly doubt that was a thought that ever popped into anyone's mind.
Marine surplus, they rip the tags off of everything.
Yeah, no, Marines are also comically bad about ripping their tags off of everything for, like, no damn reason. It's like, why are you guys like this? This is so...
The only thing they don't do is actually the waffles. Every other Marine surplus item we've had doesn't have a tag.
And see, that's why I love surplus that's not sized. That's my favorite surplus. My favorite surplus. And you know what's so funny is that, like, there was so long that I swore up and down that we weren't going to do uniforms and we weren't going to do sized things and we were just going to avoid it. And then here we are. And we have so many fucking uniforms. And I hate it. Hey, you guys should go on my website right now and buy some uniforms.
Just buy a uniform and one.
Buy a multicam. You won't. No balls. Go buy some multicam uniforms and use code backlash25 for free shipping. No balls. You won't do it. But also, I think that as it is 6 p.m. my time and there is dinner at home waiting for me, I believe that I'm going to get on out of here and skedoodle. No, I do not have any Tiger Stripe. I wish that I did. Tiger Stripe is getting harder and harder to get a hold of, which is unfortunate. I do have a lot of Woodland, though. Well, it's getting less and less.
If we had Tiger Stripe, you're not getting it.
It's getting less and less Woodland here. But anyway, like I was saying, Merry Christmas to everyone, and I hope you guys are able to celebrate with your families and friends and have a good time. I really appreciate you guys watching, appreciate all of your support and all that jazz. Once again, German wool blankets are live on the website for a pre-sale. Go get you one of those or don't. And we are going to end the live stream here. All right, appreciate you guys. Ape together strong, never black pill.